expects to last beyond a week. New ANZ data shows confidence rose 6 points over the past 7 days, the biggest weekly rise since April 2021. ANZ economist Madeline Dunk says it's a good result, but needs to be sustained.
We're moving from a very weak starting position, and it does suggest that people are feeling a touch better than they were the week beforehand about how the economy is tracking, how their own personal finances are tracking.
To the US, and Kamala Harris's campaign for the White House is moving ahead in leaps and bounds. Overwhelming support has made her the presumptive Democratic nominee for president. Donations are also flowing in. Ms Harris has thanked those working long hours to support Joe Biden and now her.
You have given so much of yourselves, long days and nights, what you are sacrificing in terms of the time you could be spending with other friends and other family, and you're giving yourselves to our country because you love our country and you love Joe and you love me, and we know that.
Now turning to 5AA sport.
Experience luxury at the Firm Gentlemen's Club, where sophistication meets indulgence. The Firm, North Terrace.
Port's Willem Drew will pull on the boots for his 100th AFL game when the club take on Carlton this Friday night. Sydney Swan Sam Reid has announced his retirement after 15 seasons. Adam Scott's top 10 finish at the British Golf Open has lifted him into the automatic qualification rankings for the President's Cup. Boomers medical staff are optimistic Dante Exum will play at the Olympics, but is expected to miss Saturday's opener against Spain, while NBA legend LeBron James has been named the USA's flag bearer in Paris. Now checking 5AA traffic.
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home, with meals from just $12. Gotta love the Excelsior Hotel.
Afternoon at Davern Park, a crash on Peachy Road near Swallowcliff Road. Breakdown on the Crafers West, she's on the freeway up track near the Measayers Bridge. Really solid delays there. Adaburst Wanawayne slowing things up at Henley Beach, Grange Road near Pearce Street. Slow going Main North Road at Enfield, busy the Porter Expressway at Port Adelaide with a camera Marion Road at Glen. The Subaru sale has been extended. Get free Rojo and CTP, 5 years roadside assist and a fuel voucher on selected models. T's and C's apply. Ends July 31. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota forklift advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, a late shower or two tomorrow 20, Thursday showers 15, Friday a shower or two 16. Right now it's 18 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, $200 million to fix a notorious tram level crossing. See the artificial intelligence making a public pool in Adelaide's north even safer. How to halve your meat bill while still serving quality cuts. The supermarket giant splashing cash to get your business. And Gorgeous George, a new portrait of the young prince. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show.
Get around the little fella!
Stephen Rowe and Tim Jennifer.
It's a beauty!
Yeah, good afternoon. It is 6 minutes after 4 on this lovely sunny afternoon here on Tuesday. The countdown to the Paris Olympics. We are 3 days out, if you can believe that. And in footy, it's as good a run home to the end of the year as you could possibly get. So much to get through as I welcome Rowey and Tredders.
Thanks, Sammy. You had my whole opener there. I was going to mention the weather.
Apologies.
18. No, that's all right. Nice and sunny tomorrow. 20 degrees, we heard in our news, might be a late shower. It is round 20. We'll cover that with Luke Nankervis from the Crows, Port's Willem Drew. I thought it was 4 sleeps until the Olympics, but I have heard, I've got a couple of mates that are over there, the Parisians have all left. There's no one there.
Would you hang around though?
Oh, I would. Would you go, Tredders? Welcome.
If you're a local, would you hang around or get out of
town?
Well,
they were told to all get out and put your houses up for Airbnbs.
You make a fortune.
It's pretty smart.
Oh, well, no, but no one's going.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get a ticket, you could go now. What would you go and watch?
Oh, for me, I was lucky enough many years ago to get some tickets to watch Marion Jones and Maurice Green win the 100 metres.
Oh, wow.
Finals.
Wow.
Marion Jones has since been
She
done
the one
for
with
drugs.
the big fingernails?
No.
Her heart exploded, didn't she?
No, you're thinking of Flojo.
Oh,
from
she
the
died.
But
yeah,
Marion
okay.
Jones was the Balco drug lab.
Oh,
Called out
yes.
for that.
Yeah.
Saw Michael Johnson run a qualifier at the same time. I saw Kathy Freeman won a semi-final or a qualifier. So it was unbelievable. And I was on the outer side of the track, so the other 100.
How good's that? I went to the 2000. I'd love to see Cole Chalmers, because he's a local lad, and I played with his dad. I'd love to see him win that 100.
That'd be good. If you did swimming,
well,
you
he's
did
a local
athletics,
lad.
what else would you want? You want the main running races.
Yeah,
I always thought the 100's always been the... I grew up with
Blue
Ben
chip
Johnson
events.
versus Carl Lewis. That was just an amazing time.
Yeah.
Didn't pass many drugs.
And the other one,
tests as well,
I'd love to see the Matildas.
That would be good.
Yeah, they got Germany Friday morning. I'd love to see them
I like
do well.
Australia to take on the US and the basketball would be all right.
I think everyone does that. Anyway, let's talk footy. It's round 20. Both of our clubs, I think they've got a bit of a dilemma. Let's call it that. Port v Carlton Friday night. Do you put Todd Marshall straight back into that forward line that fired? Here's Josh Curran, our show yesterday.
Would you bring him straight back in if he passed, or you think he needs some sample form?
Again, I guess that's the discussion. But I would have thought Toddy comes in
Okay.
if he's fit. But again, we haven't had selection and the discussions that we probably need to have.
Are you a yay or a nay, Tredders?
I'd want to see how he trains.
Well, at 4:15, in
So they got
5 minutes' time,
main training session happening.
we'll just ring one of your board members and let us know how he trains.
What, you think board members just sit down there? When you don't get paid, just sit down there all day and just watch everything? Watch the money being counted? Watch the trade picks being discussed and watch players do their warm-up and watch the community prepare the membership packs. And
Surely you'd have enough nuffs on your board that would sit down there and watch them train.
Nuffs.
You're a nuff.
That's a bit harsh.
You love foot. I meant that affectionately, like a term of endearment, because you love the game.
Yeah.
You love the boys. You love them to do well.
You also
I meant it like that.
Yeah, I took it like that too.
No, you didn't.
But as a board member, your job is not to be ingrained in the day-to-day.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everyone assumes you're in there involved in all the decisions. No, I deliberately stay out of selection. One, it's not my job. There's people that do their jobs.
Well,
for me, the question, which was about Marshall, I reckon it would probably be Marshall for Lord from the outside. He got subbed out last week. For me, it comes back to, is Marshall fit to play?
Okay.
If there's any sort of residual soreness from that hip, then you don't take the risk.
You're a don't know. You want to see how he trains.
Yeah.
I'm saying nay. I'm saying his form wasn't at the point where you'd want to pick him.
But neither is Lord's form's not huge at the moment.
But just hear me out.
Okay.
Dixon kicked 4, he's in. Mitch solid and dangerous again with 2.
Well, Mitch doesn't even come into the discussion. He's there.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Lord was subbed off at what? Three-quarter time?
Three-quarter time, yep.
How much better did that forward line look in that last quarter? And Rowey was down there as well. I'm just going in with those two.
So you're going to play one less tall.
I would.
What would you do behind the footy? Are you playing Aaliyah, Zirk Thatcher and Radaglia as well as Bergman as a tallish option?
If Lockie Jones is back from concussion and his protocol finishes Friday, I'm putting him in for Radaglia.
Okay.
8223000. It's as simple as this. Yay or nay for Todd Marshall? Tredders wants to see him train. I'm saying a nay. Outsky. Dunsky. He's got to get some form.
Yeah, well...
He was shot physically and emotionally.
But play devil's advocate. You could have said that 3 weeks ago for Charlie Dixon coming into the team.
Yeah.
Because he struggled first up.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So
and
you
his
could have
first
said
game
that
back wasn't exactly...
Ollie Lord coming into the team was slow. Like, and I think if we're completely honest here, the one that has hit the ground running from day dot was George Aldis coming off a knee.
Yeah.
And I think he played 2 or 3 in the sample.
So Todd Marshall,
but he came in good form and has played in good form and is now kicking effectively averages 2 goals a week.
Yeah.
Marshall's numbers 3 straight goalless games before last week.
Tredders cover, mate.
Yeah, and Lords?
8223000. Well, they're both not playing in my books, but I want Port people to have their say. We have a $100 Pizza Pan voucher, and you'll want that. It's Pizza Pan Tuesday. Pizza Pan.
We love these days.
Tuesday. Crows Taylor Walker's set to return from his bung back. So Darcy Fogarty again.
Not bringing him back? Put him through the twos? Is that what you're saying?
Hear me out. Darcy Fogarty kicked 4, Thilthorpe kicked 2, Keys kicked 5, Rochelle 3. They kicked 138 points against North, their bottom. Kicked 137 points against West Coast, their bottom. That score, 17-11 against Essendon, against Quality, was their best score, and I thought their forward line functioned the best. Here's my thing. If Thilthorpe can ruck, If he can ruck the second ruck...
He can.
Well, he can, and Himmelberg maybe isn't there. Tex has to come back into that team. He makes them so much better forward of the ball. Have you say 82230000 Tex straight back in for you.
But he's got to be fully fit. That's my bit on it. Because I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying Taylor Walker. Has been phenomenal.
I don't reckon he's ever going to be fully fit again with that back there.
Well, then you need to make the decision what's best for the club, because what we saw last week without him out, I'd go, well, without Tex there, I'm not sure they'll beat Essendon. Well, I was shown up because the young kids flourished, didn't they? Is that fair?
Yep, they did.
So, and getting back to Ollie Lord, he's kicked 4 goals, 4 games.
Yep. So singles in his last 4.
Yeah. Okay. So, and before that was a 2, I think. Yep. But that's the discussion you need to have.
Dilemma with both clubs.
The difficult thing Matthew Nicks is facing, and it's not just Matthew Nicks, it's Ken Hinkley, it's formerly Adam Simpson, it's Longmuir, it's pick every coach in the comp. When you get to a stage and Father Time catches up with you, you need to make a really tough decision. And I think Tex will go on next year, but it won't be on huge money. It won't be on guaranteed position in the team, because at some stage, as great a player as you've got in the Adelaide Footy Club, Mark Rasciuto and a bloke called Andrew McLeod are no longer playing, because the game moves on from you. Whether you choose to retire or the game moves on from you. The reality is that's what's going to happen to Tex in the next probably year or 2 years, or it could happen end of this season. But Matthew Nicks needs the charter to do what's best for the club. And if Tex, as you said, he's always going to have a niggle. Well, if he's going to have a niggle, aren't you best getting it right as opposed to just making change for the sake of it?
Have you say Taylor Walker this week, yay or nay? So too Todd Marshall, as we said, got that $100 pizza pan pizza to give away. Pizza Pan Tuesday.
Yes, pizza pan voucher, $100.
$100. Lines available, so
good
please
pizzas.
get to it.
Are you bringing in pizzas later?
Well, they'll come in at about 5:30, I reckon. They bring in generally 4 and
it's your
I eat
pizza
3.
night, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. Well, Jodie doesn't cook Tuesdays.
Well, because she knows you load up while
Nor
you
Wednesdays, nor Thursdays, nor Fridays. In actual fact, what do you do, Jodie?
That'll get
Well,
back.
she's home crook, so little shout out. She's never listened to the show, so it will not. Well, actually, Nanny, if you're listening, just pretend you didn't hear that. I love her, mate. I've been married 31 years. Give me a spell.
She loves it too.
Talking about marriages, could this be one? Melbourne's Clayton Oliver, since returning from, a long layoff. He hasn't hit his All-Australian form, has he?
No.
But at his best as a tall middy, inside, All-Australian, multiple premiership player, best and fairest.
He is a superstar.
As good as any.
Yes.
Up with Cripps and Bontempelli.
I think his record is arguably better than those guys.
Well, there you go. And he just turned 27, guess when? Yesterday.
Yeah.
He's got a multi-year deal on the table.
He's got a 6-year deal that he's already signed that starts at $1.1 million a year.
Yeah.
Full TP cap is what's being reported. So if the cap goes up, his money goes up too. And he's not performing anywhere near what he was.
No. But
would your club look at him?
Yeah, well, this is where I'm getting at, Tredders. You've got Scoop-de-Doo. My mate Scoop-de-Doo. I think his name's Sam McClure. I didn't even know what his name was, but it is Sam McClure.
Move on.
Okay, fair call. Was on Footy
saying?
Classified. He tripped over a nut, the blind squirrel.
If he's going to leave Melbourne, which is an if at this stage, it will be to the Adelaide Crows. Now, this is a complicated one. Adelaide have made it very clear to the rest of the competition that their first pick is up for grabs.
Would you give up? Because it's probably going to cost you 2 first-round picks and $1 million bucks a year.
It won't.
Okay,
because
then one
if you
then.
do your homework, it won't cost you market rate.
Well, okay. Well, who's doing the deal for the Crows? Would you give up a first-round pick and $1 million bucks for 6 years for Clayton Oliver? 82230000 is the short line now. 100%.
Yes.
I am all in.
All in on him.
He is exactly what we need. And if he's got a few little off-field problems, out of that environment into ours, I'll get him down to Rusden. I'll get Christian Canute around him. We'll get Timmy around him. We'll get some mentors
Timmy
around
won't
him.
help him. He's
I'll
with
be
us.
a mentor. I'll get him out on the boat. Well, Timmy's not in, but he is in, but he's not in. No, well, he's not in. He is in. I'd get
so
him.
you're spending $6.6 million
I'm all in on
over
Clayton.
6 years
He
on
turned
clearly
27
someone who's
yesterday.
got some challenges.
He turned 27 yesterday. His 4 best years are ahead of him.
Yeah, but we're not talking footy stuff. We're talking...
Well, I don't know if there's any other extra stuff.
Well, it's been publicly talked about. He went away, spent time living with Max Gawn. He spent time away from the club because he had some issues he needed to sort out.
All right.
And his form hasn't replicated a player who's dominant because he's inconsistent form and preparation leading into the season. Don't get me wrong, his best is he never leaves Melbourne. But the reality is when people are starting to talk about this situation, is because his form hasn't matched what they're paying him. So you're all in on the Crows.
I am all in on Clayton Oliver, and I think Tim Silver's club CEO said this as well.
We're all about making our list better. I don't want to comment on any players, but we need to improve our list. We are looking at different potentials at the moment, being aggressive in this space.
So you've got a whiteboard with names on it then?
We have a whiteboard with names on it, but we're not. We are connected in the media with so many players at the moment, and not all of those are true. But what we're doing, it just needs to be targeted on what we need, and we need some midfield depth.
Not all are true. So the Crows have a whiteboard. Let's go through it from the start of the year when they said we're going to be aggressive in the market. Everything's on the table, and we're going after free agency. Petty gone, Goulden gone, Hayward gone, Yeo gone, McCluggage gone, Ned Moyle, was it?
Yep.
Gone, LDU, I'm not too sure about him, gone. Oliver St. Lockhill, I think the other name...
But half of those names you listed weren't realistic options.
Well, they were into all of them.
Yeah, Errol Goulden, everyone would have been into him if they got a chance. But he knocked back so-called 10-year offer at Adelaide for 4 years to save him.
They were still into him.
Yeah, but it does take a fair bit to prize him out.
I'm talking about the Crows whiteboard. So who's on your whiteboard list, Crows supporters? 82230000. Got a Pizza Pan Pizza. Is it Sam Draper from Essendon? Do you want to get Tim English? He's a free agent. Zach Bailey from the Lions. I've loved him. I mean, I always wanted LDU. I think that ship has sailed. Is your whiteboard, and has it got on it, C. Oliver? 3 votes. 1 first-round
Bailey
pick
Smith
and
is available.
$1 million a year. I think he's going to Collingwood, isn't he?
Yeah, or there's Geelong too.
Who is on your whiteboard list? Crows and Port. Who's on your list? Who's on your whiteboard? Who do you need? The last little piece of that jigsaw puzzle for that premiership, Tredders?
Well, who? I'm not sure it's Clayton Oliver.
You've got your list. You've built it. You've got it. You're done.
We're done.
The jigsaw puzzle's done.
It's all done.
Well, your coach said that at the start of the year. Best list.
Well, you don't think Port's looking at anyone?
Oh, you would be. Yeah, okay. 822. I just got told to keep moving. Did you hear that? Did you hear that come through the cans? It's the first time I heard that. Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's our producer behind the booth.
Rowey.
I got
it was in my ear.
I
got electrocuted.
Move on. We got a bit stale on that topic, didn't we? 82230000. Get on the blower.
It is that time of year. It is 20 minutes after 4. So Campo's going to help us out in Coach's Corner after 5 o'clock. Don't miss that. Luke Nankervis from the Crows and Willem Drew from Port Adelaide later on. We'll get Ned McHenry in here as well for Pizza Pan, and we'll talk Olympic Games since we are right on the cusp. Former Aussie runner John Stephenson's going to join us on the show. $100 Pizza Pan voucher to give away tonight, so get active with us. 82230000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
He's one of the most decorated AFL players in recent history.
Bartel.
Catch Cats Premiership legend Jimmy Bartel talking footy each week with Rowey and Timmy G. Thanks to Statesman Windows, Adelaide's most trusted boutique window company. SA family owned and operated since 1980.
G'day, it's Rory Sloan. Schools, councils and businesses all over South Australia choose Leader Computers for very important reasons. Leader is local and offers exceptional value. No matter what happens, Leader can be on site to fix your problem. No overseas or interstate call centres to deal with. Plus, Leader Computers is a 100% owned and operated South Australian company, offering fast same-day delivery and setup. Grow your business and get behind a Leader. Find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
At Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, we've launched out of the starting blocks and we're flying down the track with our huge demo clearance. All demos are going to race out the door, like Demo T-Rocks from only $35,990 drive away. We're first for easy on-site finance options and top of the podium for convenient next-day servicing with complimentary loan vehicles. Get in first for Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's huge demo clearance. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city. Rego S22 3CYX.
Have you ever tried to go four-wheel driving in a hatchback? Well, maybe you've decided to clean the gutters without a ladder, or perhaps you or your partner has chosen to put some flat pack furniture together without the following instructions.
Now, you're wondering where we're going with this. I'll tell you where we're going. Never a smart idea, but now you can make it smart with the new McSmart meal from Macca's.
Macca's, and how's this deal, Rowey? Your choice of 2 cheeseburgers or 2 chicken and cheeseburgers or one of each with a small fries and a small soft drink for just $6.95.
Is there a truck in reverse?
That's my computer.
Leaky in the cans there, the computer's making noises. Adelaide, this is what it is. It's available here in Adelaide, in the state, in actual fact, well, everywhere. 10:30am to midnight, our participating restaurant excludes McDelivery. We're talking about Macca's.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Unfold your story with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy Z series. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 have big battery power for creating and playing. They both feature a slim dynamic screen that flips up or folds out. It has a new hinge, screen, powerful camera and Galaxy AI to drive on-the-fly language translation or edit photos. Pre-order the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Fold 6 before the 31st of July and receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card and 1 year of Samsung Care Plus valued at $229 via redemption. Prices start from $1,799 for the Samsung Flip and $2,749 for the Fold at Harvey Norman. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
At Simplicity Funerals, we have been keeping funerals simple and easy for over 40 years. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
24 minutes after 4. We love your calls. $100 Pizza Pan voucher to give away tonight to our best caller. 8223 0000. The lines are open. Crows and Port Adelaide fans, end of season's looming. Who's on your wish list? Who's on your whiteboard at the footy club? Who do you want in your team next year? We'll get your calls on the air shortly. And there's some breaking news coming out of the AFL. One big-name umpire has announced his retirement. Let's check that after we check traffic. For Rossdale Homes, the custom home 2-story and split-level specialists.
At Cravers West, residual delays following a breakdown on the freeway uptrack to the Meestags Bridge. Crash at Davern Park, Peachy Road near Swallowcliff Road. Burst Watermain slowing things up at Henley Beach. Grange Road near Pierce Street. And urgent electricity works at Marin slowing things up too. Stewart Road near Marin Road. Got a camera at Gorge Road at Athelston. At Coles, take $20 off app shops of $150 or more when you use code APP20 at checkout. Hurry, ends today. Only in the Coles app. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clayton Oliver, yay or nay? How's this text? No to Oliver. We draft Sid Draper. He's the future. Oh, boy, that kid looks good.
Yeah.
Now, the Crows, if they stay with Aaron on the ladder, will end up with pick 5. I think he's going to go before that.
What, so you would you give up best local young kid?
No.
For
no,
Oliver.
But there's other
that's
ways.
what Oliver will cost you.
Well, he will cost the first round.
And Melbourne would have to pay a significant portion of his wage.
And apparently next year the top 10 are next level. So you've got to be very careful with that. But the big news was this. Razor Ray's announced his retirement. Ray Chamberlain.
Oh.
Who pushed that? That's not me.
That's a bit rude.
Good call. He's actually a great bloke, Razor.
He's
a
been
cracker.
smarty pants again.
No.
You are. You just
Good call.
You've had a pot shot at a few people this half hour.
How? Who?
Port board members or nuffies?
Yeah,
Your wife?
No, but I meant
Ray.
She's sick.
Razor.
Hang on. Reverse back. Jody
the
was
one
a
doing
term
the
of
reverse
endearment.
backing.
The board was a term of endearment. Razor Rays. Razor's a ripper. Hello, Pete from Para Hills. Get me out of here.
Oh, no, I'm going to put you even more. I reckon there's a few more that you'd like in the line. I've got a couple players for Port. One, Todd Marshall, definitely in, and have Radaglia starting on the bench and either having to come into the back line if he has to or be a second ruckman. Save Charlie Dixon from rucking, especially at Marvel Stadium. And a player on Port's wide board, I would love Ed Langdon to be in Port's side, being a specialist wingman that can go up and down and be one-on-one with players and not get knocked off the ball.
Yeah, good
He's
call,
a good
Pete.
runner.
He's a very good
I
runner.
don't know
Thanks
who
for
you're
that.
dropping out, though, if you're keeping all those tools and bringing Marshall in. That's a...
Can Radaglia ruck?
He did pinch hit in Geelong
He
in the
did.
run.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Actually, don't mind
But
that,
then you
Pete.
still need to make a call if Marshall's coming back. then you'd have to make a call on someone else. Otherwise, you're going in huge.
I would be miffed if
on a fast track.
I'd be miffed if they put Marshall back this week. Miffed.
Don't know.
I'd be bamboozled. What's another good word?
Stunned.
Yeah,
Stunned.
I get your point. Yeah.
Miffed. Better. Hello, Bernadette.
Oh, hello. How are you, Rowey and Tredders?
How you going?
Yeah, good, thank you. I just want to say, I don't know all the technicalities about ins and outs, but all I want to say is the last 2 games for the Crows, I want to get a membership now. Just like when I went to the finals in 1997.
Woo-hoo!
They played fantastic. Woohoo!
You're back on.
To go to the Crows. I want to go back on, mate. I tell you, if they play like that the next 5 games,
Bernadette.
I'm getting on board.
Why'd you jump off?
No, she can feel it. Bernadette can feel it. Gee, eh? Bernadette.
Bernadette, why'd you jump off?
Because I got sick and tired of all the commotion about all the, the new oval and everything, and I didn't like what they were playing like. It was crap football. It seems to me the last 2 games was exactly like when Rashido and all that played. I feel like it's back to that type of football.
I get the feeling,
Bernadette,
you
not
call
Raylene's
a spade
sister,
a spade.
are you? Are you Raylene's sister?
Am I who?
That doesn't matter, Bernadette. It was a pouring joke, but well done. Love you. Matt Crouch, this will cheer you up, Bernadette. Can you feel it? May play Sample this week, is the mail. Back
mail.
from a shoulder. That is remarkable. I thought he was out for the year. That'd be huge. Nick Murray, likely to miss a couple. He's got a bit of swelling there. Very good news because we thought he did his ACL. Will Hamill will play Sample this week, back from a broken finger, a digit. And Josh Worrell's arm. He's been running like the wind.
Would they put him in?
He has been... There you go.
You reckon they'll put him in this week?
Cleared to play. Murray out. Worrell in. Been
Wow.
out for 6. Would you do that? Jordan Dawson's got concussion. We know Jordan Butts season with a bunk foot. I think Dawson out, Curtin in, Butts out, Ball-Ace in, Murray out, Worrell in. And if Walker says he's right, him will be 4 changes.
Over at Alberton, Todd Marshall's a test. Farrell's back. Had that bit of a hammy. He's a test. Obviously training as we speak right now. Lockie Jones and Jed McEntee are both in concussion protocols for a chance to play. So a big Ivan Soldo a couple of weeks away. And sadly, we know Finlayson and Powpepper out for the rest of the year.
I don't think they could put Lockie Jones back in not training for 12 days because he comes out of protocol on Friday. You play Friday. Be a big call just to put him straight back in, wouldn't it?
It's only a week. He's only missed 1 week.
Yeah.
He's got 9 months of training under his belt.
Okay. Smack on up.
And probably played his best game of footy before he got knocked out.
I'd have him in.
Luke Nankervis from the Crows coming up after the headlines.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. Hundreds of potentially harmful energy drinks have been taken off local shelves as part of a blitz on highly caffeinated drinks. A tram overpass is set to be built at a notorious level crossing at Morfettville. Kamala Harris has become the presumptive nominee for the Democrats in the US presidential race. And in sport, after 2 decades and 385 games, umpire Ray Chamberlain is retiring. Now checking 5AA traffic.
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home, with meals from just $12. Gotta love the Excelsior Hotel.
G'day there at Crafers West. Residual delays following a breakdown on the freeway uptracting the Beach Days ramp. Burst Waterway slowing things up at Henley Beach, Grange Road near Pierce Street, and Marion urgent electricity works there, Sturt Road near Marion Road. Busy Brighton Road. Brighton, slow going South Road at Edwardstown with the Cameron Northeast Road at Modbury. Head into Adrian Bryant Automotive for great deals across 5 big brands. Adrian Bryant Automotive, servicing South Aussies for 50 years. South Road St Mary's. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, mostly clear tonight, down to 11, late showers tomorrow and 20. Right now it's 18. We'll have more news at 5 and as it happens on 5AA.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
This is really interesting, this story yesterday that came out from Safehold. Cocaine will join the list of drugs including methamphetamine, cannabis and MDMA that officers will check for with random drug tests.
The thing with all these drugs is how long they stay in your system.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
You might think the high is finished, but they still have an effect on your judgment and your cognitive abilities.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local.
Don't miss Aussie music legend Richard Clapton, live at Woodville Town Hall, Friday, August 2. Tickets from thebbysounds.com.au.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. My personal guarantee to you on value is this. I guarantee you that all National Tiles Super Saver ranges are the lowest prices in Australia, and if not, will beat any competitors in the nation by an unprecedented 25%. Yes, on all our National Tiles Super Saver ranges, I guarantee to beat any competitors in the nation by an unprecedented 25%. That's my personal guarantee to you on value. Conditions apply.
Here we go. My favourite part of the week's here. PT session. My PT.
Like
PT.
Like in personal training, you mean?
Nah, PT is in Pizza Tuesday. Love it. Thanks to Pizza Pan. They've got delivered pizzas to us. They're going to bring them into our studio. Pizza Pan are passionate about bringing people together over a slice or 8 or 12, or in my case, 4.
Yeah, I'm at least 8. Then you forget
love
counting. It's easier that way. The beauty of all this is it's using family recipes, all topped with premium South Aussie produce. The menu has a range of delicious, traditional, fancy and gourmet pizzas. For classics like your Hawaiian and Super Supreme, to the exclusively Pizza Pan, that's yours, Rowey, with the sourdough garlic bread, gourmet vegetarian and fat pizza killer.
Yeah, that is a real link with me. Get behind a cracking bunch of locals. They're South Australian. Their brand is Pizza Pan. Don't forget it, Pizza Pan. Jump onto pizzapan.com.au or Uber Eats and taste the difference. It's my PT. PT for Pizza Tuesday.
Absolutely.
If you're 50 to 74, you'll be sent a free bowel screening test kit to your home every 2 years. If you're age 45 to 49, you can request your first free kit to be mailed to you. Once you've got it, take it to the bathroom and put it right where you can see it. Not in a drawer, but on a bench top, or the toilet lid, or in the middle of the floor. So the next time you have to go, you'll remember to use it. Don't put off the chance to save your life. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
Drums, please. Unprecedented, unparalleled, unrivaled. For the very first time, Edwardstown Mazda is offering discounts greater than 10% on all Mazda demonstrator models. Every demo, every model with a minimum discount of 10%. Plus a minimum trade-in of $2,000 on your old vehicle. This offer is exclusive to Edwardstown Mazda.
It's gotta be
Edwardstown Mazda, the #1 destination for Mazda in SA.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
25 to 5. Tredders is here, all in place of Timmy G, who's away on holidays this week. We're taking your calls for that $100 Pizza Pan voucher, 8223 0000. The lines are open for you. Willem Drew to join us shortly, and Coach's Corner after 5 o'clock with Scotty Camporeale.
Yeah, look forward to that. Pizza Pan Tuesday. Excuse me. Since the bye, Crows have been, I think, terrific, and they've been planning to do this. Beat GWS,
you
we know
were
that.
sceptical, though.
Oh, well, no, up to the bye. Well, how do you reckon they were going?
Yeah, well...
Fourth bottom.
Yeah.
It's not being sceptical, I was just stating fact.
Okay, don't get jumpy.
But since the bye, beat
huge.
GWS, solid verse, no need to snap, solid verse the Lions, smoked St Kilda, beat Eston. They got Hawthorn Sunday, and joining us is round 13 rising star Luke Nankervis. Luke, welcome. Thanks for your time.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
I think you've mirrored the team since the bye. They've been in terrific form, as have you, Luke.
Yeah, it's been nice to get a few wins. We've kind of gone away for that bye and come back with a different attitude almost, and yeah, been playing some good footy, which is nice.
Great win, as we said, over the Bombers. It was a game of momentum, wasn't it? Didn't you kick 8 straight, then they got back, and gee, those momentum swings, I like it when it's in your favour and you're kicking them, but you've got to stop the opposition, don't you?
Yeah, there was a few momentum swings, that's for sure. I think, yeah, as you said, 8 goals in that third quarter, and as backman, I wasn't really doing too much, just kind of jogging around, so that was nice, but that, third or fourth quarter, whatever it was pretty tough, but we luckily brought it back towards the end and got the win.
Can you take us out in the field, Luke, because you said you kick 8 in a row, but then you concede, I think, 7 in a row. What sort of, I suppose, communication amongst each other as a back defensive group? Because when you've gone from all and no defending to almost it's hemorrhaging down there. What's the conversation you have with your fellow teammates and defenders?
We kind of just try to keep it composed and just like talk to each other. We kind of just try to go back to what we were doing right in that third quarter. So we just go back to contest, and that's where it starts. So winning our contest, finding a mark, try to ease and relieve the pressure and get it back on our terms.
Well, I was watching at home and I thought with about 3 minutes to go, no, they're gone, they're not going to get there. But clearly you boys didn't think that. You kept the foot on the hammer and foot on the throat and you got the job done. What was it like, those last few moments? And did you find it was actually easier to attack because you were coming from behind as opposed to protecting a lead?
I think we were all pretty hungry, seeing as last time we lost by a few points and in a way that, I guess we won't really talk about that, but in a way that, it was a bit annoying. So coming from behind, it's a lot easier because you kind of got nothing to lose, so you kind of just roll the dice and put everything on the table, take those risks, as when you're defending it's a little bit scary and everyone's a bit nervous, goes into their shell. So, we're lucky to really get the win in the end.
Well, it was refreshed for you to say that, what happened last time, because players, you carry it and you think about it. Was it used during the week as to say, hang on, or was it always in the back of everyone's mind to say, we want to prove a point here against the Bombers who just got us last time and we felt was lucky?
It was used a little bit, kind of just that, the way Draper was acting a little bit. So we used that a little bit as anger and motivation to get it done. But I think we just wanted to prove that we can beat them. They're a top 8 team, so we think we just wanted to put our best foot forward and try to get the win.
Did anyone sledge Draper during the game?
I'm not too sure, but I think there would have been a few arms across him and a few pushes, so nothing crazy.
Well done, Luke. I think the team's form, if we look at drawing a line in the sand after the bye round 15, it's been on the back of players like yourself, Luke, and young Zach Taylor, who's got an opportunity in Dowling on a wing and through the midfield and forward, and young Bond, even being trusted to, tag Merritt. Berry's now getting some game time in the middle. It's added some, I don't know if it's the right word, effervescence and zip and grit and just excitement amongst the team, Luke. Do you feel that?
It's definitely very exciting having all the young boys in, I guess, me being one. I think there's just a lot of hunger there. All the boys want to play their best footy and put their best foot forward, so they're all playing hungry footy. I think that's coming from the sample up, and I think it might be even reflecting onto the older boys as well. So, it's been good to play some good footy with a young squad as well.
A lot of people are talking about there's only one more to come in if you talk like that. I know there's plenty of other guys on the list, but Dan Curtin, Jordan Dawson's out. They're both left-footers. Dan's been in the midfield. How's he been tracking in your eyes, Luke?
Yeah, I think he's played the last 3 weeks in the midfield. He's been looking really good, been able to kick a few goals as well and play his role. So I guess I'll leave it up to the selection committee, but I think he's tracking very well to get back into the AFL squad, that's for sure.
Look, a lot of the challenge for a young kid is getting the trust of a senior coach. Clearly you've got that from Nixie, but it looks as if Nixie's now opened those doors to a lot of others because they've sort of earned their credit, so to speak. Does it feel that way, that the young guys are going to get the chance no matter what, and birth certificates aren't really considered?
Yeah, I think Nixie always talks about playing footy the right way and playing it hard and playing your role. So I think just doing that in a sample and when you come to AFL squad, being able to do that and not really do too much and what more than you're expected. So I think earning this respect from the coaches and the players is just playing footy the right way.
I love it. Just a couple of injuries on the injury front. The 2 Jordans are out, Butts and Dawson, big blows. On wrap, Nick Murray didn't do his ACL. He looked like he did with his tears on the bench. He dodged a bullet. Is he training and is he a chance this week, Luke?
I think everyone was very relieved that Nick was fine. I'm not too sure. He's tracking all right. I know that. But with his history, I'm not sure if they're going to just be cautious. Yeah, a bit of caution or put him in. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Okay. And Josh Worrell's been running around like a blue-ass fly. Will he play this week?
I think he has to see the surgeon maybe this week, and that's still up in the air, but it'd be nice to have him back for sure.
Okay. And we're hearing Matt Crouch is getting over that shoulder injury.
Yeah, I think he's ready to go, I think. So
good.
It'll be interesting to see what they do there. But I'm 90% sure he's ready to go and will be playing.
Anyone that's got a crook back, I call him Old Man Emu. How's Old Man Emu Taylor Walker going with that crook back?
Yeah, he's going all right, I think. Tracking well. He just needed a bit of a rest for that.
Good.
The old man's back, so yeah.
How's Rowey's line of questioning when you've giggled at the last 4 questions?
No, he hasn't.
Do you know what you're going to get when you come on this show?
Oh, that's the fun in it, isn't it? I don't know what you're going to get.
Hey, Luke, Ray Chamberlain's retired today. How's that? That's massive news,
Good
isn't
riddance.
it? I didn't say that.
I did.
Yeah. Don't comment on umpires, Luke Nankervis. Now,
Yeah.
Hawthorn, they're an exciting young team, have a dynamic midfield. Going to be a great test for our young group, Luke.
Yeah, they're in some pretty good form. Probably one of the top few teams in the comp at the moment. And we played them recently. Obviously, lost by a few goals. So I think we're hungry. They're coming over to our home ground, so I think we'll be able to give them a real challenge and hopefully win.
We got Scotty Camporeale coming in with the unique home-style foods here, Luke, and we've got a text straight away. Who is your inspiration for your mustachio, Luke?
I'm not sure. I think I just look like a 12-year-old boy when I shave it, so I think that's the reason I keep it.
Are you a chance to take on Jack Ginnivan this week?
For me to play on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We had a few blues in the last game, so I'll be excited to play against him and hopefully buy him a little bit, maybe.
Well, I want Bondi on him. He's the human glove. I want you to keep running up the ground, Luke.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good to me. I think I might need you to talk to Jack Thompson and stuff like that. But, yeah, anyone that Bondi goes on, I know he's going to have a quiet day.
And who's the other one? He was the Rising Star nomination this week, I think.
You were using his nickname.
No, the Wizard. The Wizard.
Nick Watson.
You might get the Wizard, Luke.
Oh, I hope not. I know him a little bit personally. He's one of Jake's friends. Yeah, he's pretty good, but no good in front of goals, so just let him have set shots, really.
See, I told you,
sprinkler.
He's kicked 8 goals, 16 or something. He's ridiculous. Luke, I've loved your development this year. No doubt about it. You've had a fantastic year. Keep up the great work. Keep running, keep attacking, keep taking them on. You're at your best when you do that, mate. Thanks for your time, and keep rocking that mustachio.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for having me on.
Good
Appreciate
work. Luke Nankervis there. Hasn't he been good?
He bounces off you well.
What do you mean?
Your line of questioning can rattle people at times, and he was given as good as he was getting then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you want.
Nankervis won, Rowe nil.
Yeah, I want to get Chase Jones back on, talking about bouncing off. He just bounces one right between my eyes.
Does he clip you?
Oh, yeah, doesn't he?
You need to wait and
I
see.
ask him every time I have him on, so where do you prefer to play, wing or back? It doesn't go down well.
It's very funny. It is 15 minutes to 5. We're going to speak to Willem Drew from Port Adelaide straight after we check your traffic. With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
At Crayfors West, residual delays following a breakdown on the freeway uptrack to the East Aids Bridge. Henley Beach burst Watermain Grange Road near Pierce Street. Marion urgent electricity works in Sturt Road near Marion Road, and we're slow going at the moment Brighton Road, Brighton. Camera's Darley Road, Paradise, and Gorge Road at Athelston. Beaumont's clearance. Richmond is closing. Get a white vanity with a free basin mixer, not $8.50, slashed to just $4.99. Everything massively reduced at Beaumont's final clearance, Richmond. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Unfold your story with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy Z series. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 have big battery power for creating and playing. They both feature a slim dynamic screen that flips up or folds out. It has a new hinge, screen, powerful camera and Galaxy AI to drive on-the-fly language translation or edit photos. Pre-order the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Fold 6 before the 31st of July and receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card and 1 year of Samsung Care Plus valued at $229 via redemption. Prices start from $1,799 for the Samsung Flip and $2,749 for the Fold at Harvey Norman. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane. For most business PC brands, a 4-hour service guarantee means they'll call you back in 4 hours. But at Leader Computers, a 4-hour service guarantee on Leader's business range means they'll come to your work site and have you back in business inside 4 hours. Leader Computers are made here in Adelaide with better service, better support and speedy turnaround times. Grow your business and get behind a Leader. Find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
Head south as the all-new GWM Cannon Alpha has arrived at Southgate GWM Ranella. Larger, smarter and gutsier than ever. Australia's first ever full hybrid ute with a combined 255 kilowatts and 648 newton metres. Also available in a turbo diesel engine with 135 kilowatts and 480 newton metres. All with 3,500 kilo brake towing capacity. Head down to Southgate GWM, 49 Main South Road, Ranella.
Feel good health catch on with Bupa. Get up to 10 weeks free when you join Bupa on eligible products. T's and C's apply. For award-winning health insurance, search Bupa 10 weeks free today.
Well, Matty B was a kid when he bought a pie from a local tuck shop. It only took one bite to realise this was no ordinary pie. It was a terrible pie, but it triggered something deep inside Matty B.
Yeah, from that day on, Matty B pledged that when he grew up, he was going to make the best pies in the world. And everyone's surprised, he decided to call them unique. A little bit like Matty B himself.
Well, it turns out many years later, he actually kept his promise, Matty B. Unique pies are the best pies in the world. Matty spent a lifetime perfecting them.
He certainly did. So you can get unique pies from your local independent supermarket or wherever awesome food is sold.
Unique pies, it's time for something better.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 11 minutes to 5. Campo's going to join us in here very shortly for unique home-style foods, of course, in Coach's Corner. But right now, let's head out to Alberton.
Well, Port have Carlton Friday night. It's at Marvel, and they've got Willem Drew playing his 100th game for the club. He joins us now. Will, congratulations. Your name's on the locker. What an honour.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. And, definitely something that I'm proud of, and really looking forward to get out there on Friday night.
Yeah, it's a great little journey for you. Drafted pick 33 in 2016 from Country Victoria, or North Ballarat, you played at. I'm not going to say you had to work really hard for your game, but, gee, you've just grinded it out to be just everyone's favourite down there, Will, your team-first attitude.
Yeah, I think it's something that I'm sort of really pleased with my my journey and the way I was able to do it. And obviously love this club and been here for 8 years, and I've signed on for a couple more, which I'm really excited about. And just really excited for the opportunity and to get out there on Friday night.
Now, mate, you're universally admired by all your teammates and staff around the club. Has it always been a grind at the start, or, because you're obviously getting the fruits of your hard labour now, is it something you think about in terms of being respected so highly within the organisation?
I think probably not. I don't really think about it too much, but it's probably just more sort of just how I go about and sort of how I was brought up back home in Warrnambool and stuff like that. But it has been a bit of a grind, I suppose, and a few injuries and a few pieces throughout the journey. But very grateful to be in the position I am.
Now, I've seen it post-match. Port wins. All the boys start screaming Drewy to sing the song. What's that about?
To be honest, I've got absolutely no idea how it started. It's pretty much Todd Marshall and Zach Butters just, I don't know, being idiots. But no, I'm not a massive fan of it, so I'm trying to get them to stop it. The more I say stop, the more they do it, I reckon. So.
Now, big game this week. Last time against the Blues, we got stitched up. It was 8-1 to 3-9 the last quarter. We got belted at clearances. A guy called Sam Walsh is probably looming large, as well as a few others. Is it fair to say you'll get a job this week and he might be the target?
Obviously, as you sort of touched on, they've got some probably pretty significant players who are in some really good form. So not only just their midfield, but all over the ground. They've got some elite players. So, we'll go over our Oppo report tonight. Got training at Allenstein, the Lights, which should be good. And, I suppose it's probably going to be up to what Kenny and Kari reckon, and depends how the sort of game unfolds as well. So, could be a number of people who potentially go to.
I just feel inch by inch this year, your team's getting better. I call it Kaizen style. That's, incremental improvement. Do you agree, Will?
Yeah, I think definitely. Obviously, we had that patch there in the middle of the season where it wasn't going our way and wasn't ideal. And I suppose since then we've been able to sort of claw back little bits by pieces. And look, we're in a really good spot. Obviously, the competition is super close. So the next 5 weeks and really set up our season and, starts on Friday night.
Yeah. One big name, Connor Rowey, the skipper. Is he going to be out there?
At this stage, I think Connor will be out there. As I said, we've got training tonight, so I'm pretty sure he's training and got a couple more days to sort of get the body right, and he'll be massive for us. Are
you one to watch the opposition's game before, if it presents itself? Like on Sunday night, it was North Melbourne and the Blues, and North Melbourne really took it up to them. And if you did watch, what did you take out of it?
I'm not a massive watcher of footy. I suppose I watch a couple of games a week, but our oppo will pretty much start from tonight, and we'll really dial into sort of how they go about it and go about our individual processes as well. So, definitely ramp up from tonight.
Well, the other one's Todd Marshall. If he gets through, do you think they'll put him in?
Yeah, Toddy just had that little hip injury. So, again, I'm pretty sure he'll train tonight. And if he doesn't train tonight, he'll probably have a test throughout the week. So, expecting him to hopefully get up.
And my little mate, the little Jones boy, back from a concussion knock, is he on the park? Is he running around?
Yeah, Jonesy, he'll come out of the protocols on Friday, so he'll be available to play. And again, I'm pretty sure he'll be training tonight, and should be good for it.
For our listeners, mate, have you had a concussion? Forgive me if I can't remember if you have. And what are those protocols? Because it is a little bit more complex than it used to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't really had any concussions or been in any protocols as of yet, but I think it's 12 days, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely too sure, but just obviously the first couple of days are pretty quiet and making sure there's no sort of severe symptoms, and then from there it's sort of up to how you're feeling and working with the club doctors to work out the best way forward.
Good to get Willie back on the weekend. He looked classy and took a great mark and finished a beautiful goal, but the forward line looks to sink a lot better when he's down there. Yeah, geez, he's a massive sort of player for us, and look, as soon as he came back in, you know what he's going to do, and he's just so skillful and so smart, and definitely makes us a better team.
Well done, Will. You play the right way, mate. Your teammates love you. We hear that all the time. Keep up the great work. Your name is on the locker. It's a significant achievement for Port Adelaide, and all the best Friday night.
No worries, all. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. Unsung hero he is, really.
Yeah, boys love him.
It just goes about his
fans
business.
love him.
Makes others better because he brings them into the game.
Hopefully he doesn't make Cripps or Walsh better this week.
Who would you put him to?
I'd go straight to Walsh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they got us last time.
He got it. He got you.
No, they both got us. We didn't tag heavily in that last quarter last time.
Cripps' last quarter was frightening.
Well, they were. It clicked for him.
I'm going to the source. I'm putting him to Cripps.
Oh.
Let's see what happens Friday night.
I'll go the pie and do Walsh.
Done. Willem Drew, our guest.
Friday night footy will be live on 5AA from 6:45.
Every team needs a Willem Drew. Mm-hmm. A team of Willem Drews will win a flag before a team of Jason Horne-Francis's. There you go.
I'm not sure we'll ever know, will we?
No.
Unless cloning becomes legal.
It's a hypothetical. How's this hypothetical?
Possible.
On the unique home-style food text.
Golly the sheep.
The old Mr. B who fell off the swing set, donged his head, and actually we got Campo after 5. Yeah. He's brought you by Unique Homestyle Foods.
Yes.
Mr. B's the owner, and when he was young, he fell off a swing set, donged his head, and when he woke up, he said, I'm going to make the best pies in the world.
He did.
Haven't you heard that story, Tredders?
No, I just read that story because you didn't. You were still making a tea in the other room.
Can 5AA please have the same callers for the Hawthorn game? The call was so relaxing and mellow and brilliant.
Who was that, Tuggers?
Now,
who was that?
Is that a tick for you, Tuggers, as the caller?
You called it, didn't you? Didn't you go Lone Ranger?
I think it's more for the specials that Campo and Cornsey did such a brilliant job. I
think it's an...
So who was out?
It was absolute a kick in the guts to me.
You're in a mission, were you?
Well, no, I was out because I had laryngitis. Yeah, so this dude, no name, hang on, Kevin, has said,
Kevin's bang on.
Get rid of Rowe. Oh, well, okay. See ya. I'll go make another tea.
Campo after the news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Catch all the action from the Olympic Games in Paris as 5AA brings you Nine's coverage live from July 27. Don't miss a minute of the action as our Aussie stars set their sights on gold medal glory. Tune in each evening following Leith Forest as we cross to France for Nine's coverage. Paris 2024 live from July 27 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. My personal guarantee to you on value is this. I guarantee you that all National Tiles Super Saver ranges are the lowest prices in Australia, and if not, will beat any competitors in the nation by an unprecedented 25%. Yes, on all our National Tiles Super Saver ranges, I guarantee to beat any competitors in the nation by an unprecedented 25%. That's my personal guarantee to you on value. Conditions apply.
Simplicity Funerals make funeral planning the way it should be. Simple. With our easy and straightforward packages, it has never been simpler to organise a respectful funeral. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today.
Well, you've heard of pool sharks, those secret snooker players that tell you that they're pretty average at the pool cue, but when you play them, they just wipe the floor.
Yeah.
You one of them?
No.
No good.
I am a peanut at pool.
Yeah, well,
but I'm good at the other part, the drinking part.
Well, that's all right, because I'm pretty average too, and I'm really bad. But you know what? I do love to play at the Empire Bar and Pool.
Now, here's the thing. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just looking for some fun, and I'm more the latter, Empire Bar and Pool, remember it, Empire Bar and Pool is the perfect place to go before or after a game at Adelaide Oval.
Absolutely. And if you ever see me there, do me a favour and do not challenge me to a game whatsoever.
It's just across the bridge at 2 Gresham Street. It's opposite Parliament House. No bookings needed. There's walk-ins. They're absolutely welcome. Empire Bar and Pool. Rack 'em up before or after the footy.
Paint Professionals turned the job around so quickly from the initial quotation straight through to completion.
Now is the perfect time to call Paint Professionals and receive a professional colour consultation valued at up to $250. Yours free if you decide to paint your entire house inside or out, getting ready for sale, or giving your home a new lease of life. Make it a great experience. Call Paint Professionals for this limited offer. T's and C's apply. paintprofessionals.com.au.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Mostly clear tonight, down to 11, late showers tomorrow and 20. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Sandford's powerhouse clubs Glenelga Norwood clash at 2:10 this Saturday at Stratorama Stadium. Sandford, nothing beats it.
Supermarket supply chains were impacted by Friday's CrowdStrike outage. Shelves need to be restocked, so retailers will be able to take deliveries of essential supplies after hours. Fruit and veg, milk, eggs, flour, pasta and rice, as well as shelf items like toilet paper and laundry products, are the main products affected. There's been a statewide blitz on illegal energy drinks. The drinks contain extremely high levels of caffeine. Health Minister Chris Picton says it's obvious who these drinks are being aimed at.
They've got cartoon characters, they've got video game characters. There's no doubt that these illegal drinks are being targeted at our children.
A man has been charged after a head-on crash that left a woman fighting for life and 6 others injured at Mount Jagged, south of Adelaide. The 46-year-old was driving a ute which allegedly crossed onto the wrong side of Victor Harbour Road last Thursday and collided with a Subaru. The driver of the Subaru, a 26-year-old woman, was flown to hospital where she remains in a critical condition. Her 2 passengers and the occupants of the ute were all taken to hospital with various injuries but have since been released. Following an investigation, the ute driver has been charged with 1 count of causing serious injury by dangerous driving and 5 of causing harm by dangerous driving. His licence has been disqualified and he'll face court in September. The Australian Embassy in Paris is investigating claims a woman was gang raped in the French capital. Clinton Maynard is there.
The Department of Foreign Affairs has confirmed it has been made aware of French media reports a 25-year-old Australian was allegedly attacked on Saturday. It's been reported the woman told police she was raped by 5 men in the early hours, but could provide little detail, she was taken to a local hospital. DFAT says the embassy is making urgent inquiries with French authorities. They say they stand ready to provide consular assistance. Local prosecutors say they're investigating. However, the woman was reported to be leaving the country last Sunday.
Kamala Harris has become the Democratic Party's presumptive presidential nominee after winning enough delegates. Meantime, President Joe Biden is set to return to the White House tomorrow as he continues to recover from COVID-19. Now turning to 5AA sport.
Experience luxury at the Firm Gentlemen's Club, where sophistication meets indulgence. The Firm, North Terrace.
More choices for selection are set to come online at Alberton in the coming days. Todd Marshall and Kane Farrell will be tested this week after suffering hip and hamstring injuries, while Port's Lockie Jones is expected to exit concussion protocols on game day, making him eligible for selection. Willem Drew says beating Carlton at Marvel Stadium on Friday night would set them up nicely.
A great opportunity for us and something that we're really excited about. Obviously the competition is so close at the moment and these games are massive for our season, and look, we've got a pretty tough run home, but something that we're excited about and really looking forward to.
The Crows face Hawthorn at home on Sunday. Assistant coach Jack Hompsch says last weekend's win against the Bombers was a definite confidence boost.
In a way, really proud of the performance the boys put out there. To lose three pretty senior players for us. Muzz and Butsy are still reasonably young, and Dawes himself, but experience in our group, and for us to get the win and to fight it out and for guys to play out of position when they went down too is something we've spoken about as a coaching group that we're really proud about.
After 2 decades and 385 games, including 31 finals and 3 grand finals, Razor Ray Chamberlain is retiring from umpiring. And Aussie Josh Inglis has smashed 45 of 17 balls, including 6 sixes, to guide the San Francisco Unicorns to a 6-wicket victory over Steve Smith's Washington Freedom in Major League Cricket. Now checking 5AA traffic.
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home, with meals from just $12. Gotta love the Excelsior Hotel.
Afternoon at Henley Beach, a burst water main today. Grange Road near Pierce Street. Scottish Electricity Works slowing things up at the moment at Marion. Stewart Road near Marion Road. Busy at St Peters. Paynham Road near Ann Street. And slow for works at Port Adelaide. Commercial Road near Charlton Street. Cameras at Beaverage Radingle Farm. And where's another one? Here we go. Marion Road at Glen. People will buy whatever tyre name they remember, like my car, Avandra. Avandra, Avandra, Avandra. My car. People first. Avandra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA weather.
Get the Toyota forklift advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 11 overnight, late showers tomorrow and 20. Thursday showers easing 16. Friday a shower or two, 17. Right now it's 17 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, $200 million to fix a notorious tram level crossing. See the artificial intelligence making a public pool in Adelaide's north even safer. How to halve your meat bill while still serving quality cuts. The supermarket giant splashing cash to get your business. And Gorgeous George, a new portrait of the young prince. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Drums, please. Unprecedented, unparalleled, unrivaled. For the very first time, Edwardstown Mazda is offering discounts greater than 10% on all Mazda demonstrator models. Every demo, every model with a minimum discount of 10%. Plus a minimum trade-in of $2,000 on your old vehicle. This offer is exclusive to Edwardstown Mazda.
It's gotta be
Edwardstown Mazda, the #1 destination for Mazda in SA.
Eliminate the middleman with JB Caravans. JB Caravans are a factory direct caravan dealership, and they're having their grand opening sale this week from Thursday to Sunday. Check out full off-road hybrids from $79,990 and Aussie-made touring vans from $74,990, as well as incredible deals on off-road vans, Iveco motorhomes and cash and carry gear. Don't miss JB Caravans grand opening sale. Starts Thursday, ends Sunday, 11 to 37 Port Wakefield Road, Jeps Cross, or visit jbcaravans.com.au.
The news and issues that matter to South Australia. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
7 after 5 on this Tuesday night. Timmy on holiday, so Tredders sitting in the chair. Still to come on the show, We're going to talk Olympics at 5:30 with former Aussie runners John Stephenson. In studio, we'll have Ned McHenry, and we'll continue to take your calls as well. 8223 0000. Lines available for you. Our best caller tonight wins themselves a $100 Pizza Pan voucher. How good is that? Time, though, to log on to the Foodland live stream if you haven't already tonight. We're on Facebook and YouTube because Scotty Camporeale is here.
On the 5AA Sports Show, this is Coach's Corner with Scott Camporeale. Thanks to Unique Homestyle Foods, proudly baking for hundreds of South Australian businesses for 35 years. Greatness in the making.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Unique Homestyle Foods. Campo, how are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
When did you retire? What year?
End of 2007.
Okay. So you would have been coached by Razor Ray. Razor Ray would have umpired when you played.
Yep.
20 years he's been an ump.
Has he?
He's finished, done, kaput, hung up the whistle. He's had a gutful of the rule changes.
Has he?
Well, I put words in his mouth there. We'll speak to him tomorrow.
The problem
we'll
fact
get him
that
on.
He can't bounce the ball anymore because his back's shot. It's
Well,
probably
all
got
of
something
that.
to do with it.
All of that.
Well,
but
then throw
everyone
it up.
knew him.
They should have changed that rule.
Well,
2 years ago.
they let him throw it up this year.
Well, they should let them all do it.
But everyone knew him.
No, he did. He was
You
a fella.
you should have been seen and not heard. That was the golden rule.
Well, he was
but
seen
not
and
Razor.
heard.
He was seen and heard.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Anyway,
he's a character.
Well done, Razor. I just thought we'd start at that note.
Always about the umpires, isn't it?
It's sometimes. Hey, what a great win by the Crows.
Yeah, they played well. You know, we called it, and don't disrespect yourself, Tuggers. You were brilliant one out by yourself.
Unique Homestyle Foods is saying that. Rowey, I actually missed you. Cornsey was okay. Oh, good even. But this microphone was too soft. Did special comments, but not a lot of calling and painting the picture of the game like you do. So you got a fan there, right?
There you go.
Jan
Listen,
from English Farm.
it's not about us. Sam was outstanding.
He was.
I blew a tonsil, and you guys were great.
Well, especially, we're lucky to get anything up. When I walked in on Friday, all hell broke loose.
That's true.
The IT, the tech guys, and everyone did an
Planes
amazing
were down,
job.
but we could call the footy. So.
Well done, Camper. I agree. I listened to the whole show. Well done.
It was an interesting game, wasn't it? Really, I mean, it was a great game to call because it was exciting and there's plenty of scoring. But there'd still be
momentum swings.
Yeah, there'd still be some things that both coaches. I mean, Essendon have copped a fair bit, haven't they? In terms of here we go again, that sort of mentality. But Adelaide,
5 minutes ago, you think they're home, don't you?
Well, you'd think so. But I mean, the game doesn't allow you just to switch off, you know, and that's ultimately what happened. But they kicked the last 3, Adelaide, but Essendon kicked 12 of the last 18 or 16.
That's right, yeah.
Like, so that's, you know, there's still some concerns there for Nixie, I would have thought, like ultimately looking at what happened. But
they found a way to win.
Just ebbed and flowed, and we said it in the call. I mean, you say it all the time, Roy. They just don't go away. They just hang around and they just find a way. And even when we called it, we said, when Rochelle kicked his goal, this is Rankin stage, but ultimately it's going to be Rochelle's the probably most dangerous one at that stoppage, and it ended up unfolding that way.
Oh, it was brilliant. Have a listen.
Can just snap it back inside 50 again. It's a loose ball. Rochelle snaps! Rochelle has taken the lead and maybe the match winner!
Ed Studd in the background.
Doing the Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho.
That was great.
Yeah, but it was good.
Good
I
on
mean,
him.
it's a good win. I mean, they've won 3 of the last 4, you know, important to keep the momentum going, but, you know, no easy challenge this week against Hawthorn, aren't they, Humming?
Oh, well, we'll get to Hawthorn. I wanted you to talk about Ben Keys, the rise and rise of Ben Keys. I could not have sung his praises highly enough on Monday after that game. He could have got taken out of the midfield, got given a role that no one wants to play. He's made it his own. He's worked on parts of his game that he had to. He's been a true pro, hasn't grizzled. Full credit to him, Campo.
Yeah.
And I was his biggest detractor.
Yeah, well, I think you're. When you say detractor, I think you were balanced. Like there was things that ultimately that you see in his game, and it's no different to any other player. But
correct.
And I think some of it, you know, was warranted, and some of it, you know, they're continually to work on. I mean, we've all been around the game. You keep improving, don't you? You got to keep trying to find a way. And he's come from, and to play 101 in a row is a testament to his professionalism. And you hear from the inside how good he is, you know, in that part of the game, and you get rewarded. And ultimately, he's playing that role. But I think what's helped him as well is when Adelaide have been able to move the ball a bit quicker. So he's running power.
Because his power.
When he gets goal side. And essentially he's playing on some high half backs that not necessarily their one wood is defending. So he's been able to expose them, especially the last 4 weeks. I mean,
smaller version of Josh Jenkins. Well, he used to get in behind him.
Very different role.
Well, I know.
I know where
well,
you're
he
going.
coached
But
him,
he's kicking a few from the goal square like Josh did.
That's exactly why I said it. Exactly why I said it. Butts is out. It looks like Dawson's out. Looks like Murray's out. That's 3 massive outs, isn't it?
Well, it's 3 massive outs, but I think coming up against Hawthorn, it's not that big a deal. You know, if they were playing against Carlton and they've got the big roosters, maybe, you know, like Port on the other end. But I'm not sure it's that big a deal for him this week. I'd be reasonably comfortable if you're thinking that Worrell's an opportunity to come back in. I'm not sure.
We're hearing that.
But ultimately, you probably only need one, maybe, you know, if they bring
they play
Ball
Hardwick, Ginnivan, these types of blokes, don't they?
So they've got Ball Ace still
and it's
there.
all on the ground. So all their goals is when they bring it in, you know, they lower their eyes. So, and then their ground ball stuff's outstanding when it gets in forward 50, like, you know, Moore and these guys. He kicked 5 against them last time.
He did too.
Yeah.
And now they got that little wizard kicking.
Are you bringing Tex back in?
Oh, it's an interesting one.
Because we've got a decent look at what it looks like without him, doesn't it?
Yeah, I still think he adds a lot of value to that group. You know, like his leadership. Even the week before when he, you know, he still had 14 possessions, kicked 2. You know, allowed Fogg to still have those opportunities.
8 score involvements, gave away.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It'll be a big call, but I would have thought it'd be Himmelberg for Walker would be the change.
I think the other one's Dan Curtin's been pressing and pressing and pressing, and we've loved the mix of the young lads in there. None of them have disappointed. In actual fact, have really risen. Does he come in for Dawson?
Well, I think you'd think that would be a nice
Wouldn't
fit.
it?
But you have a look. Schonberg played well again on the weekend, so he brings some running power that they might be looking for. But I think we'd all like to see him have another look at it, you know, before the end of the season. It's just whether they get prepared to pull the trigger and play him through the midfield, which he's obviously been having a good crack at it, you know, in the SANFL, which has been nice. But, you know, Taylor's gone through there. He sort of seems like he's adapting to the level pretty quickly. And then, you know, Bond came up and did a bit of a tagging role on merit, you know, from that on the weekend as well. So
Berry's form's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's been okay. I mean, I think, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. Like, I think that's probably where he's at. You know, that 18 to 20%. Like, he's not going to be a Rory-led accumulator, but what he does do...
Or a Matt Crouch.
Yeah, he doesn't... I'm not sure... and he's adding to his game, you know, but he's certainly been a bit more consistent. I think having more time in there's a big thing, but I'm just not sure he's got, you know, the polish or the class at this point in time of his career, and I'm sure he's working on it, but, you know, his pressure's outstanding, his tackling's outstanding. You know, he's now trying to get forward and hit the scoreboard as well.
He's out of contract. Are you in the mind of retain him, if you could?
It's hard to say, Tredders. You're not really in list management in terms of what they need and what you're going to give up. I mean, you've potentially, if he goes, you're losing a guy that's maybe some depth, you know, through your midfield, and that's not easy. And you know, yourself with Port, you have a few injuries, and
you're exposed.
You're exposed, and the development, he's had 4 or 5 years, and he's probably coming to the age where he is going to go to the next level as well, you know. So, probably not at this point in time. I don't think they've got anything.
Well, unless Collingwood want to give a first round pick.
Yeah,
see what's on the table for that one. 822 300 we've got that $100 pizza pan voucher. We'll give that away after the break. Ring Campo. Before we do go to the break, old-fashioned sprays. Ken had one at halftime. Have a listen.
I was explaining to them I wasn't that happy with the way they were going as a collective, and I've built great relationships at this footy club with my players and all our staff, and you do it for those reasons, so as that you can withstand some direct feedback, and that was direct, and it was challenging for the group. But if you look through the reflection of the numbers in the second half, you'll find a really, really big response.
It was a massive response.
I love it.
Tick.
People get... I'm fascinated with this whole that you can't be forceful in your... Like, we're playing in a game that's aggressive, and we need change of behaviour quickly. And sometimes the nicely doesn't necessarily get through all the time. Yes, the game's changed, and this generation is a lot different in how they want to be coached, but there's got to be sometimes a level of urgency in a game to change behaviours. Now, it's not personal. Those days are gone. Like that was back when we got coached. You know, it was a personal attack.
Cold baked beans out the can.
Correct, and it wasn't necessarily constructive. But I love that's a perfect equation of how you go about things. His first thing was he's built strong relationships. No one's going to take any feedback on if you haven't got a great relationship. Number two, there's a level of that midfield that needs to get going, right? So there's nothing wrong with that.
Defensively.
And one would assume they've probably attempted the nice approach at quarter time.
Well, I would have thought, when you having been in that system as well, that wouldn't have just come out of the blue. This has probably been a 3 or 4 week campaign, and he's probably sat there and gone, "I've had enough," And ultimately, if they're going to do that against Carlton on the weekend, you're going to get whacked, by all. So that was, sometimes you got to fire those arrows. And to the credit of the Port midfield, they responded, took it on board, and they were able to change their behaviour. I love that. What's wrong with that?
Fantastic. Yeah. Loved it. Before we go to the break, a quick unique home-style food text. Ask Campo, would he be all in on Clayton Oliver? Apparently rumoured overnight that Clayton Oliver might be moving, and the
6
Crows
years at a mil owed on it.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
All right. Well, gee, that's flattened me.
Well, it's not on.
I'm all in.
Why?
Well, I've said to you before, it's not on
he's
field.
just turned 27 yesterday. His best is as good as any. He's exactly what they need. I think in our environment, away from Melbourne, I think you could back yourself in your culture and your club to.
So who gets spat out of your midfield for him to take up 75% of your midfield time?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
He would be number one.
Hit it to Oliver.
He's a multiple All-Australian best
I'm
defender.
not sure he's going as well as what.
Well, he's not right now. He's not worth a burnt sandshoe at the moment. But I was going to say a burnt unique home-style foods pie, but they're still good.
Even when you burn them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, very good.
Well, I think the argument as well is it's this young Draper's coming through from, and I really like him, out at South Adelaide.
Yep.
So would you have one or the other? You'd always go for the kid, wouldn't you? We'll try and get both.
Well, I think he's got what they need. He's got speed and power.
He's got both of that. Okay, so you're a no. 822 300 well, as flat as a bush biscuit.
19 after 5. We might even ask Campo who's on his wish list. The Crows have a whiteboard and they're aggressive at trade table, so who would you be wanting to get into the club? We'll take your calls next for that $100 pizza pan voucher shortly as well. 8223 0000 is the number. Here's your roads.
At Henley Beach, burst water main, Grange Road near Pierce Street, Marion. Urgent electricity works on Sturt Road near Marion Road. Works at Teachery Gully, North East Road near Perseverance Road. Busy at St Peter's, Paynham Road near Ant Street. Cameras at Savo, Beaverage Road, Eagle Farm and Marion Road at Clinton. Disney Plus is the home of drama. Get unhinged moments from Season 3 of FX's The Bear, streaming now, and the unbelievable truth from Under the Bridge. Get it all on Disney Plus. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Calling all car fans. Need your weekly motoring fix? Join me, Charlie Dixon, Wednesday nights from 6:30 for Driving with Dixon. We talk about all things motoring, cars, car events, racing, anything motoring.
Thanks to Louver House, the leaders in transforming your outdoor space into a great entertainment area with an opening and closing roof.
So join me Wednesday nights for Driving with Dixon. Only on $13.95, Adelaide's 5AA.
Suzuki is celebrating 40 years of Swift with an all-new Suzuki Swift Hybrid. With enhanced styling, safety and technology, plus a very swift hybrid engine. It means that the fun can last forever. So book a test drive today in Australia's best value hybrid, the all-new Suzuki Swift Hybrid, for fun's sake.
My name is Doug. I'm here with my friend Deb from St. Louis Home Care.
We'd even call you family, Doug.
Deb's certainly there when I need her, and she helps me with my shopping, cleaning, and takes us out and about on the bus.
With our St. Louis Home Care packages, we're here to help you stay in the home you love for longer.
Oh, it's made a big difference in my life, that's for sure.
Join Doug and Deb. Google St. Louis Home Care today.
Here's a cheeky text. You can't get Oliver if you're getting Simon Goodwin. Oh, that's cheeky. Hey, I saw Shippy today, David Shipway, South Australian institution. They are SA's hydraulic and pneumatic needs for 70 years. I'm talking BL Shipway. They work with the best. They've got Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Allpath, Easy Fit, much more. Plenty of stock at their new location, 71 Morford Road. Team of experts. So get in there, get on the blower, have a chat. Mate, Shippy will run down from his big corner office. It's the corner one with the glass. You can see everything. He'll make you a coffee. He'll actually feed you some donuts from Unique Homestyle Food, whatever you want. You blow a pipe, a hose, a when you hear that noise, you ring who? Tredders?
Shippy.
BL Shipway. They're the best. Support a great company. They got the Ryco 247 vans. You just ring them, out they come. You blow a hose, mate, you're done. No, you are. Well, your factory's down, your header's down, your truck's down. No hosey, blowy here, mate. You're not a Ryco 247. So support a great SA company. If you have anything to do with hydraulics or pneumatics, BL Shipway is the place. 71 Morford Road, Camden Park, or blshipway.com.au.
If you're 50 to 74, you'll be sent a free bowel screening test kit to your home every 2 years. If you're age 45 to 49, you can request your first free kit to be mailed to you. Once you've got it, take it to the bathroom and put it right where you can see it. Not in a drawer, but on a bench top, or the toilet lid, or in the middle of the floor. So the next time you have to go, you'll remember to use it. Don't put off the chance to save your life. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
The origin of all life remains a mystery. Who are we? Where do we come from? Where are we going? But who really cares? When babies look so cute in Bond's infant wonder suits from Aldi, only $13.99 each for a range of styles. Cotton rich and stretchy. It's special you can buy at the Aldi Baby Accessory Sale this Wednesday. Aldi. Good different.
Time is running out to buy $2 tickets in the People First Community Lottery and help your local community. Ticket sales close July 25, so act now for a chance to win. Go to communitylottery.com.au. T's and C's apply. SA Lottery Licence number M14521.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
24 after 5 on this Tuesday night. Campo is in the studio and he's taking your calls, all thanks to Unique Homestyle Foods, 8223 0000.
Keep the calls coming in. Let's go to Blakeview. Hello, Dougie.
Yeah, good day, guys. On Clayton Oliver, I often wonder if he's as good a midfielder as what he's been over the last 5 or 6 years, if he wasn't a midfielder to Max Gawn's ruck work. So it's a lot easier to win the clearances when your ruckman's as elite as what Max Gawn is. And on that, I'll rewatch the Crows game today, and we had 3 stoppages, and Riley O'Brien lost all 3 of the ruck hit-outs in those stoppages. One of them from a boundary throw-in, he let the ball out the back, and that's when Stringer almost ran in and kicked that goal. So I'd be targeting a ruckman before a midfielder myself, but...
Both would be nice, Doug. They reckon Tim English is available. Just reading his record, he's 3rd in the Brownlow. He's been a 4-time B&F, runner-up twice, All-Australian 3 times. He's won the AFL Coaches Association twice. Now, we're talking 20, 21, 22, when they were absolutely flying. He brought up a premiership player. He brought up a really good point, Doug. I mean, Gawn laces out no bruising.
Yeah,
I mean,
that helps.
What titty do you want it on?
Especially when your number one craft is stoppage.
Stoppage.
And contested ball in tight. That's, I mean, ultimately, if you can be 0.5% sharper and know where it's going, that's an advantage at ground level. Well, I remember we played, perfect example, when we used to play Port with bloody Lady, with Burgoyne. You just knew they were on a separate page to what everyone else was. And it was so hard to defend at ground level because you're under the pump, because you're reactive around there. So you can tend to get a little bit more aggressive, and there's no question with that. But
Ryder to Robbie Gray.
Yeah.
Laid to Burgoyne. Wren to Rashudo. Oh, I loved it.
Primus Franco.
Prime Minister Franco
and everyone else
wasn't
gets
that
the shits because they
outstanding.
don't get the ball hit to them.
We'll be there first.
They all think they're a chance, and they're gone.
Joshy Franco was as good a stoppage player I reckon I've seen.
Yeah.
God, he was a genius.
He was an angry unit too.
And angry.
Well, he's one, when you go back and you think, who could have played in our era now? He was probably ahead with his speed and power. You hear about recruiting and whatever about leg speed out of the contest. He was
Change of direction.
He was ahead of the game, wasn't he?
He was. Well, you know who plays a bit like him now, but a little bit more dynamic is your captain, Connor Rowey. That sideways movement.
Yeah.
He's got a touch of the Josh Franco,
Yeah, Josh
hasn't
is
he?
probably a bit more inside, I reckon.
Was 100 inside.
Yeah.
Was he runner-up in a Brownlow?
Yep, he was.
God, he was a great player.
He was an All-Australian, and then
did his knee and missed the 04
against Brisbane, I reckon it. Yeah, and he just went down in 03, I reckon it was, and then had someone all sort of squeezed his knee, sat down on him, and then
great bloke too.
Back-to-back knee recons.
Let's go to Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hey guys, been listening to the program just of recent time, and I'm with Campo. I think with Tasmania coming into the competition, you got to keep your draft picks, and we need to go be very careful about that. When we've got big-bodied mids, we've got Dawson, we've got Hinge, we've got Curtin. They're your big ones. Develop them. Keep your draft pick. Go for the. We're probably going to have pick 5 or 6, maybe, depending where we finish. You need to hold that because Tasmania's coming, and who knows about that. And the other quick point, boys, two quick points. Borlase comes in for Butts, and he plays the rest of the season. And he plays ahead of Worrell, who needs match fitness and touch on the footy. And the other one this week, I would be putting Murphy in the back pocket on that little wizard and shut him down. And Bondi can go to Ginnivan, and there you go. And Michael Aney then goes, he's free to be in the midfield if they need to shut someone down there. That's what I'd be doing.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah. No, good call.
Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I don't think we'll ever see Lockie Murphy in the back pocket.
No.
Take him to the cage straight up.
No.
But
not when you've got guys like Bond
the
and
mindset is not too bad. The problem is you can't have all shut down defenders, can you? Otherwise, when you do win the ball back, who's going to kick it out of there? Yeah. So ultimately, I'm still a Worrell fan. I think he deserves to get back in. I like what he brings. I think he can play on a small or medium and a tall, and he's a nice kick out of that back half. He adds another string to that back half.
Well, he could get rushed straight back in. So
Well,
Borlase will come in for Butts. And
I
if
think
Muzz is out, which I think he will be for 2, he's a bit swelled up.
Well, I think, Brodie Smith's the one that's probably in trouble, I would have thought, if
Okay.
that's the case, if they're going to bring Worrell in.
All right, well done, Campo. Got through that magnificently. Unique Home-style foods, they proudly bake for hundreds of South Aussie businesses, large and small. For over 35 years, they are hustlers. There's no doubt about it in the baking industry. Bit unique, old Mr. B, isn't he?
He is.
He's unique.
He is unique. I'll get him in one day.
I reckon I'd get on well with him.
You would, but we'd have to turn the mics off.
Bit loosey-goosey.
Well, between you two, I'm not sure that's...
No breaks, you reckon?
That might be good radio. We'll do a podcast with Mr. B. Unique Home-style foods. .com.
Bacon with Mr. B.
.au.
Love it.
We're going to take a break for the headlines. John Stephenson next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
There was a situation at on the Run, but there was a woman in Mount Gambier who put $94.40 into a car, and she went in with a $100 bill, and they said, we can't actually give you any change. We can't process this transaction. You'll have to come back later. And she said, well, I've got the money. That's weird. Yeah.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
It goes to a broader point about the extent to which cash is now almost a rarity in a lot of places.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. There's been a blitz on illegal energy drinks marketed to kids. Australian athletes in Paris are being advised to follow security precautions as local police investigate claims a tourist was gang raped. Kamala Harris's campaign to become the first female president is up and running, and she's been named the presumptive nominee. And in sports, scans have cleared Blake Acres of damage to his foot, so he'll play for Carlton against Port Adelaide on Friday night. Now checking 5AA traffic.
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home, with meals from just $12. Gotta love the Excelsior Hotel.
At Taparoo, Boomgate's playing up, Strathfield Terrace near Sharon Drive, Henley Beach, Bruce Watermain, Grange Road near Pierce Street. Marion, urgent electricity works on Sturt Road near Marion Road, and we're busy Marion Road at Anzac Highway. Got a camera too, Smart Road at Mudbury. It's back to school at Woolworths online. Spend $170 or more on Direct to Boot and get $10 off till July 30. Shop woolworths.com.au. Exclusions and T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast mostly clear tonight, down to 11, late showers tomorrow and 20. Right now it's 17. We'll have more news at 6 and as it happens on 5AA.
Head south as the all-new GWM Cannon Alpha has arrived at Southgate GWM Ranella. Larger, smarter and gutsier than ever. Australia's first ever full hybrid ute with a combined 255 kilowatts and 648 newton metres. Also available in a turbo diesel engine with 135 kilowatts and 480 newton metres. All with 3,500 kilo brake towing capacity. Head down to Southgate GWM, 49 Main South Road, Ranella.
The way we connect with listeners is changing. Radio, podcast, streaming, in-store, and the way to connect your business with millions of Aussie listeners every week is at Amplify. August 27 and 28 at Jama's Restaurant, Bowden. Tickets are free, but you need to register at audiorsvp.com.au. Hear how audio can change the way you do business for the better. Register now at audiorsvp.com.au.
Pizza pans have arrived. Woohoo! Nettie will be here shortly. Hey, nobody knows paint like Crowey's, and I should know. And there's a thing you should know about Crowey's. They have all the answers. So it doesn't matter what you're painting or staining, just ask the questions, and they'll ask you the questions. What are you painting? Is it a chair, a door, a wall, a house, a shed, skyscraper? And what is it? Is it timber? Is it metal? Is it tiles? Is it steel? What sort of coating? Is it a boat? Is it a truck? Whatever you're painting, Crowey's can help, and you'll love their prices too. They're just the best South Australian company. And remember, Crowey's only sell premium quality paint. So when you're a painter, you want to do it once. Visit croweyspaints.com.au for a store near you.
Hi, it's Jane Riley. Fashion is a passion for me, but keeping up with trends that last 5 minutes is exhausting. If you prefer classic styles that never go out of date, go where I go, Sydney Street. For 35 years, this iconic SA fashion store has helped mums and daughters find their timeless style, and with over 60 quality brands on their racks, finding your fit is effortless. See the new stock at Sydney Street on Unley Road. Shop online at sydneystreet.com.au.
Do you click and collect at Coles like thousands of Aussies do? It's free. Choose a time that suits you and order by 2 p.m. for collection same day. Enjoy more free time with Coles. Minimum spend $50, excludes rapid click and collect. T's and C's apply.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 26 minutes to 6. Jump on the Foodland live stream. We're on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch along each and every day from 4 till the very end of the show. Ned McHenry's coming up shortly for Pizza Pan. And I'll tell you what, we've got that $100 Pizza Pan voucher.
It's going to be none left by the time.
Pizza Pan vouchers, pizzas themselves just scattered across the studio right now.
Well, I'll tell you what's coming.
Rowey's literally eating one, hence the silence.
I just finished.
You just had the meat lovers.
What did you have?
Well, what did you throw? I had the...
Well, I didn't think you'd be eating. I thought you were professional.
Angus meatballs.
That is very good.
8223 is the $100 Pizza Pan voucher. A lot of texts coming through. Those cocaine clubs that were named were the Sharks, Jeps Cross and Gazer. There was a massive... not local story. I know it was in the paper and it's been in everyone's news. It was also on Sunrise and a couple of those big things. Is anyone surprised about that?
Actually,
I know our kids are there because it's a junior clubs, but my son played at Sharks.
It is a pandemic's not the word.
Epidemic.
It's
Epidemic.
rife. It's rife in the community.
It is rife.
There
and it's rife in all walks of life.
So unfair to name those three clubs.
That doesn't surprise me that it's...
Well, your little fella's out there, isn't he, at the Sharks?
Yeah, junior footy. Yep. Yeah, but it's a challenge in the world.
Yeah,
we saw what the police are doing. They're going to start testing it. Not just the old DUI. They're going to be doing those cocaine tests. It's coming. So it is a problem in the world.
Well, Olympics, it is exciting. It's every 4 years. In our case, probably 3. John Stephenson, I remember him. He was a bloody good runner. He's going to be a part of the Stan Sport Olympic lineup. Begins tomorrow night, 10:30. The only place to watch every event from Paris 2024, ad-free, live and on demand with 4K exclusive features. Cannot wait. stan.com.au/Olympics. Make sure you get your Stan Sport. John, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Gets exciting, doesn't it, an Olympic year?
Mate, I'd be a bit worried if you didn't remember me, mate. I caused enough problems when I was running.
Well, we're going to get to that, Johnny, because you weren't a big fan of AA, but God, you had a crack. No, I remember you well.
No, it was, I'm truly blessed. I shouldn't joke around about that stuff, but look, it is all, like now, looking forward, going forward and where I am now today and the amount of work we've been able to do over the last 7 years at Athletics Australia is pretty positive, mate. Good on you. Being able to be on the board and do a lot of different things and to see the athletes going into Paris and to see how strong our team is this year off the back of World Championships last year in Budapest. As an Australian sports lover, we should be truly excited about what our athletics team can produce come Paris.
Now, here's the thing. Let's start here. Jess Hull. God, she goes right.
Oh, she's amazing. And, Jess is a product of the NC2A system out in America. And, it is no surprise for the athletics purists to see Jess do what she's doing now. I mean, so many years she's been so close to being on the podium in a blue ribbon event. The 1500 is one of the most hotly contested events, both male and female, when you look at the track program. And having the current world record holder in there, Faith Kipyegon, makes it even harder. And, to see her run the way she ran in Monaco and also the way she hung on to Faith to break the Australian record is amazing. And I love her attitude. We've been able to interview her a couple of times throughout the year, and just her mentality and how she's prepared. Australia should. That's going to be a great race to watch. And if you can stay up and set your alarms to watch women's 1500, I would definitely be doing that.
John, you talk about Jess Hull, and you talked about the run in Monaco where she smashed the 2000 record. You're the athlete amongst our guys. Can you break that down? Does it mean she's a genuine medal chance or a gold medal chance for the 1500?
Oh, she's red hot, mate. 100%. I mean, and we don't. There's not many, and this is what I'm saying. This is how good she really is. I mean, when you start looking at the greats of Australian sprinting, Australian distance running, and just Australian athletics in general across all the disciplines, Jess Hull, if she medals in the blue ribbon event in the 1500 Olympic Games, goes down as one of 100%. Even if it's a bronze medal, it's such a tough event. It's so hard, and her run in Monaco genuinely stamped her as, and she said this when we interviewed her. She's, I said, what are you going to do in the semi-final when you race? Are you going to, are you going to try and push hard? Are you going to try and sit back? She goes, well, I like when I have Faith or the world record holder in my race. I don't mind that because, when she's in the race, she can kind of control the race and we know what the race is going to be. And I said, Jess, what the sad thing is now for you, people are going to be looking for you in the race now. You've got the target on your back. Having a world record in 2000 and just running as well as you've done all year, you're no longer just an underdog going in this. You are a genuine medal chance. If not, if Faith has a bad night and her tactics get, hampered in some way, Jess can win this thing.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Other favourites or people we think can really give it a shake, Ollie Hoare, Rowan Browning, Nina Kennedy, what are their chances?
Rowan, I think he's going to have a real tough Olympics. This time around, he's really been in the lighthouse when it comes to men's 100 metres. He's sort of revived it over the last 4 years, and but I think this time around it's going to be a bit difficult for him. I think the men's 4x1 can sneak in for a medal. I definitely think they can. And they have to make the final. I think if they don't make the final, they've underperformed. A young team, but a young, hungry team that has a lot of belief, and they ran well in London on the weekend. Ollie Hoare is a great. He's just. I love Ollie. I love how he runs. I love his mentality, and I love how he approaches his racing. He's been lightly raced this year, and he's done that on purpose to focus on Olympic Games. And he performed well last week as well in London. And I think it's going to be hard for him. It's not going to be easy. You got Kerr in there, who's the reigning world champion. plus all the Africans. And again, he's in a blue ribbon event, man. Like, it's like the 100. Just for those that don't understand track and field that are listening, he goes the 100, the 400, the 1500, 5-10K marathon. They're classified really as the blue ribbon events of track and field, which means everybody does those events. Like, when you decide to become a distance runner, you pick the 15. When you decide to become a sprinter, you pick the 1 or 4. And if you can't do either of those and you're a really good distance runner, you do the marathon. And that's how the Olympic started, was through the marathon. So that's why they're classified as blue ribbons. So that's what makes it so much harder to win the medal in those events. So if Ollie can do it, it'll be truly amazing. He's got a Com Games gold medal already under his belt, and he was really disappointed how he performed at World Championships in Oregon before Birmingham. So hopefully he can get an Olympic medal.
Olympic silver medalist, our guest, John Stephenson, Stan Sport. Cannot wait tomorrow night on Stan. Let's talk about the marathon. Being a marathon runner myself, John, not of note, a pretty buckled wheel one, to be quite honest with you, but I gave it my best. I do love the event. Jess Stenson, we're proud that she got in, but God, the controversy around the selection, wasn't that just a mess?
Yeah, look, please, don't. Anyone listening, Johnny Steph's not the man when it comes to marathons. So I reckon you got a better chance giving marathon advice than what I do. But look, when it comes to Jess, I mean, she's Commonwealth champ. She's, been competing at the highest level when it comes to women's marathon. It's a very tough event. For our girls, it's going to be really, really hard to be up the front. But it's great when young kids see Australian athletes competing in the Olympic Games, and seeing 3 women in the marathon is great for the optics of our sport, and for the young champions coming through for 2032 that want to become marathon runners. It gives them hope. The more they see the Australian jersey out there, and that's what sport should be about, right? Is about motivating and giving people inspiration and hope. And Jess has done this a whole career, and I think for the first time, I can honestly say, Athletics Australia couldn't have done any more than what they've done when it came to that selection, because you had 6 does not go into 3, and you legitimately have 6 women who possibly could have been selected. And Izzy Batdul actually converted and jumped down to the 5K, and she actually qualified for Olympic Games. She's running the 5K at the Olympic Games. So she is lucky enough to have that option to be able to do that. So, there's one of the girls that missed out on the marathon that still gets to go to Olympic Games. But, it was always going to be hard. And there was not much more AA could do. And I'm a hard marker when it comes to Athletics Australia, and especially when it comes to selection. So it comes down to, my father always told me when I started the sport and when I was younger, he said, son, the easiest way to get selected is be the best. And he said it's a great thing to know as well, and it's a great thing to always be motivated to have that understanding. And you look at that situation, I think that's what a lot of the athletes got out of it, is that you take it out of the selector's hands, you become number one, and they have to pick you.
John,
good advice.
The one I called the Blue Ribbon event, I've watched it since a kid. It was Ben Johnson versus Carl Lewis, Linford Christie.
Yeah.
We've seen a documentary on Sprint on some streaming. We saw the event was a bit of a shock since Usain Bolt retired. Italian, was it Lamont Jacobs won the 100, and now we're in a situation where it's almost a changing of the guard for the men's 100. Who do you like, and what do you see coming there? Because it's almost like anyone who's hit form has sort of fallen away since the last Olympics, and it's a wide open field.
Yeah, look, and it just shows how great Usain was, right? I mean, 3 Olympic Games. I always say 9 gold medals. I know he lost one of the gold medals through a disqualification of one of the athletes testing positive in the 4x1. It just shows how great the big man was, and it shows how tough that event really is. The fastest man in the world. It's a great title to have, and you're quite right, brother. It's going to be really interesting, the men's 100. I still think Noah Lyles mentally has it over them all. I think confidence is a huge factor in this game, and there's a couple of guys that have great foot speed, like Keyshawn Davis out of Jamaica, Bleak Seville out of Jamaica. They both run very, very fast. I just think the running the rounds is going to play a big factor, and I think Noah proved it in Budapest last year. I can't see him getting beaten, but I think it's going to be a hotly contested race. And it's just going to come down who executes on that final. But it's going to be, I think the women's 100, to be honest with you, is going to be more captivating, if you ask me. I really think there is some genuine women with some flair and attitude, like with Shakara Richardson, Sharika Jackson, Toulouse, the Brits. There's a few Brits that are running. Daryl Needer's running fantastic for Great Britain. I think that race is going to throw up. You got Shelly-Ann Fraser running in a final Olympic Games. I mean, she's the queen of sprinting, right? Can she come back? She's got so much experience and she starts so well. Will she put them under pressure in the first 60 metres? I think the women's is going to be could take the race of the meet when it comes to the sprints.
John, thanks for your time. I love your passion with AA and running. You were a mighty athlete yourself, as we said, silver medalist at the Olympics, won a gold in the Com Games in the 400. Mate, well done. Thanks for your time. We'll keep in touch throughout the Olympics.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Good lad, John Stephenson there. Stan Sport Olympic lineup begins tomorrow night. We're getting there.
We'll go.
10:30, the only place you can watch it. Every event from Paris 2024, ad-free, live and on demand. 4K Stan Sport.
It'll be worth watching every second if you love your sport. Some new information, speaking of the Olympics, coming in from the tennis world recently. Former world number one, Andy Murray, has announced he will retire after the Paris Games. So he has had a 19-year pro career. He started back in 2005. Never got enough success, I think, at Grand Slam level. Just the 3 Grand Slam victories. But,
well, he was up against Nadal, Federer and Djokovic, and he's been a touch of the old Johnny Farnhams. He's been and gone a couple of times, hasn't he?
But all the
he had a chronic hip.
Yeah, injuries.
Cooked, and then
made it
actually,
very tough.
I think made a decent run at one of the Grand Slams and thought, hang on, I can still do this. But you look at his career, phenomenal. He won Olympic gold as well. Or twice, actually.
I never warmed to him because of the other 3, I think. He was always the poor rooster. He was always a little bit surly.
Well, he made the final of the Aussie Open. Here you go. 2010, 11, 13, 15, 16. French Open final in 16. And he won Wimbledon twice in 13 and 16.
Great
and
record.
US Open in 2012.
Needed to smile more, I thought.
Well, it's a bit hard when you get to 5 Aussie Open Grand Slams and lose.
That's probably why he hasn't smiled. Yeah. A bit surly. Good on him. You know he's a sir too, by the way.
He is.
How can you be a sir
He's
before
done
you finish your
prize
sport?
money,
OBE.
64.5 million US.
That's enough to make you smile.
That'll get you through.
And they say with endorsements, you times what you won by 10. So he's worth 600 mil. That would be right, would it?
No, probably a little off.
Why would you be surly if you... No, but that's what they say. They say endorsements are 10 times the money you earn in the sport.
He's a huge name in the tennis world. He's considered part of the Big Four, albeit he was...
dismissed him. He went over it again and you dismissed him on it.
That's okay.
Yeah. Come on, Sam.
That happens a bit, Rowey, doesn't it?
It does.
He treats you like
I'm really just a piece of...
just trying to stay accurate here on the show. Pizza. It's 11 to 6. Easy roads.
G'day there at Camporeale. Boomgate's playing up. Strathfield Terrace near Sharon Drive. Henley Beach, Burst Waterway, Cranes Road near Pierce Street. At Marion, Urgent Electrical Works on Stewart Road near Marion Road. And we're slow for works at Mawson Lake, Salisbury Highway, Eldersmith Road. Cameras North East Road, Modbury and Marion Road at Gleam. Dan Murphy's don't match competitors' advertised prices. They beat them. It's Dan Murphy's lowest liquor price guarantee. T's and C's apply. Choose it wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hi folks, you can join me live from the Kent Town Hotel on Friday the 26th of July as we celebrate the legendary Kenneth George Cunningham's 85th birthday. From 12 p.m. you'll hear a live conversation with Cornsey with the man himself, our great mate KG. Tickets are sold out, but you can still experience the event live right here on 5AA or on the 5AA Facebook and YouTube live stream. Don't forget, tune in. All thanks to Steinborn Automotive. It's always worth the trip. Hyundai, Ford, Mitsubishi and Mazda across the group. steinborner.com.au.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Unfold your story with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy Z series. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 have big battery power for creating and playing. They both feature a slim dynamic screen that flips up or folds out. It has a new hinge, screen, powerful camera and Galaxy AI to drive on-the-fly language translation or edit photos. Pre-order the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Fold 6 before the 31st of July and receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card and 1 year of Samsung Care Plus valued at $229 via redemption. Prices start from $1,799 for the Samsung Flip and $2,749 for the Fold at Harvey Norman. Terms and conditions apply.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
G'day everyone, Cornsey here. Now I know a great team and I see one, and the South Australian hydraulic team I rate the highest is BL Shipway. The Shipway team are the best in the business. They've been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953 with brands like Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Oilpath, EasyFit and many more. If you can't get to them, they'll send a Ryco 24/7 van to you anytime, anywhere. blshipway.com.au, a South Australian team you can count on.
Yeah, they're rippers, Shippy. Now, one of the best ways to see our state is, well, in a four-wheel drive, looking through your windscreen, but to do all of that, you've got to be TJM equipped.
Yeah, and if you've been waiting for that perfect moment, Rowey, you got to get your four-wheel drive and your camping accessories.
Yes.
This has got to be it. TJM Ranella are celebrating their grand opening with up to 20% off during the month of July.
Gee, they've been generous this last month, and honestly, the deals are unbelievable. That's right, it all starts with TJM Ranella, that's their new store, open their doors July 8th, so a couple of weekends ago. It's all on offer. X-display bull bars, canopies, winches, lights, loads more. Get in quick because stock just won't last.
Especially with those deals. Visit TJM now at Ranella, 115 Sheriffs Road, Ranella. TJM, the major sponsor of tonight's fishing show with Nettie McHenry from 6:30. Stick around.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane. When you buy a Leader computer, you're buying a computer made in Adelaide. You're dealing with people that live in Adelaide. And when it comes to servicing or support, it all happens in Adelaide. Not overseas, not interstate. Leader don't have to send anything off for repair. They take care of everything here. So grow your business and get behind a Leader. Leader Computers, find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
Feel good health catch on with Bupa. Get up to 10 weeks free when you join Bupa on eligible products. T's and C's apply. For award-winning health insurance, search Bupa 10 weeks free today.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 7 to 6. Loving your calls tonight. 8223 0000. Get on the phone. Give us a call. You can win that $100 pizza pound voucher. It's that easy. And very shortly, Ned McHenry to join us in studio.
Yeah, 6 to 6. Tredders here. Our little mate Timmy having a well-earned break. Be back
Is that what he
next
gets?
Monday. Yeah, he deserves it, mate.
Having
he
a
has to
spell.
work with me. Let's go to Kidman Park. Hello, Nikolai.
G'day, Rowey, Warren.
How you doing?
Just want to talk about, do you know what's on in 8 years today?
What?
The Brisbane Winter Olympics.
Oh.
Summer Olympics.
It's summer, but it's going to be in winter. I don't know if people are aware that when it's been held, what month? This morning in Brisbane at 6 o'clock it was 8.4 degrees. At 9 o'clock it was 13. Midday 20. 3 o'clock 22.5.
Well, I was up that way last week. It was nice, but it was freezing mornings. I didn't realise that.
Well, so long as it doesn't rain and there's
Because
no
you remember
wind.
the Sydney Olympics. Sydney Olympics was, I reckon,
Mid-September.
Yeah.
Yep, and it rained one day and it was great weather.
Yeah. You know what, Nick? I reckon the perfect day is 22 degrees, bright sunshine, and no wind. And that's Brisbane this time of year.
Yeah. It's just that at night time. Look, most of the events are actually indoors. I think I calculated 192 out of the 329 events are indoors. But it's the athletics and the beach volleyball. If it's 9 o'clock and it's 12 degrees, and you're running 100 or 200 metres, I call it the arse covering Olympics because the girls are going to have to cover up the bikini bottoms, and the same with the runners. They'll be running in legs.
Okay, we had to dump a little bit of that neck. It's starting to get a little bit loose, but I'm still, nevertheless, going to give you the $100 pizza pan voucher.
You'd like that?
Well, I liked it.
Tread the fine line, you reckon?
It's interesting, though, that you're holding the Summer Olympics in the middle of our winter.
Well,
that's a good point.
That's the reason I gave it to Nick, because that information was unbelievable. I didn't know. Today,
that.
In 8 years, will be the Olympics in Brisbane.
Yeah, well, and that only got me thinking. One, I was there last week up there for the Port game, and it was cold nights and mornings.
It is.
And then I still remembered when I went to 2000, the AFL season got brought forward about a month, I reckon, to accommodate for the Olympics.
I was watching the Brisbane-Sydney game on Sunday, I think it was. Was it Sunday or Saturday?
On the Sunday, the Gabba.
And there were players wearing, what do you call zinc cream? What? 22 degrees.
Wasn't that long ago Brisbane players would wear the ice pack vest, wouldn't they?
Do.
Well, there was a lot of times when the AFL steered away from the Sunday afternoon clash in winter in Brisbane because it was 22, 23, 24, sometimes 26 degrees.
Perfect weather.
Whereas you come to Adelaide or Melbourne and it might be fine and 12.
Just on a local story, Sample is supporting the Unley Oval fencing. So the City of Unley, they're exploring the idea of installing a permanent perimeter fence around their oval, Unley Oval, Thomas Farms Oval. It's an absolute no-brainer. They've torched, they reckon, over $1 million over the years on game day, putting up the temporary fence and pulling it down, putting it up and putting it down. Talk about the used to be the Clipsal 500 or the Superloop 500 or the Adelaide 500 now. The car race in the city, we have to bring all the infrastructure in and
takes
take all
9 months to put it up, take it down,
doesn't it? It's just a waste of money. So I think it's a no-brainer. There's about a handful of residents, 5, 6 or 7 they're saying, so not a great deal. Bit like the 5022 action group. There's 3 or 4 people.
503.
503. Oh, you can't.
502 is down my way.
That's Henley, That is too. Yeah. Well, let's not knock them.
But it's funny, though. Unique Homestyle Food text line. Unley Oval fence fiasco. Andrew's text in and he said, how about we just have no fence and try an honour system of paying?
Well, that's not going to work, is it? So I want to do this. Again, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Show your support and you complete a You Say survey. We'll put it on our link. You've got to do that by Monday, July the 29th. That's when it closes at 5 p.m. It's like a petition. As many names as they get, the council then can make a call on it. They've got the funds to do it. They'll do it, honestly, they'll do it with absolute class. They need to put a fence around the oval, for crying out loud.
Only on game day, though. Are you shutting it? You're leaving it open every other time?
You leave it open the whole time.
Yeah.
And then game day, you shut it for, 4 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon. I mean, honestly.
How much money do they reckon they would have lost?
$1 million. They've spent $1 million. It costs about $30,000 to $40,000 a year to put it up.
Yeah.
Each year. Put it up, pull it down. Well, and a lot of them are volunteers that do it. So that's dirt cheap. They've got to hire the gear. I mean, it's just dumb. I'm sick of us being dumb for a few little sooky lalas.
I remember the years when Sturt would play at Adelaide Oval. They weren't even at Unley. Late 80s, early 90s.
You've seen some of the fences you can put up. You wouldn't even know it was there.
No, it'd be very easy to do.
Oh, well,
I don't think
anyway,
it's that big an issue.
Get on.
It's
a You Say survey. You've got to get on it before July 29.
Very well done. It is 1 minute to 6. Ned McHenry after the news.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Catch all the action from the Olympic Games in Paris as 5AA brings you Nine's coverage live from July 27. Don't miss a minute of the action as our Aussie stars set their sights on gold medal glory. Tune in each evening following Leith Forest as we cross to France for Nine's coverage. Paris 2024 live from July 27 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Noisy kids!
What are they celebrating? Shut
up! Honey, I just remembered! KFC are doing 6 for $6.95 hot and crispy boneless for Christmas all July! Shut up and take my money!
Not everywhere and not forever. Pick up only.
Eliminate the middleman with JB Caravans. JB Caravans are a factory direct caravan dealership and they're having their grand opening sale this week from Thursday to Sunday. Check out full off-road hybrids from $79,990 and Aussie-made touring vans from $74,990, as well as incredible deals on off-road vans, Iveco motorhomes and cash and carry gear. Don't miss JB Caravans grand opening sale. Starts Thursday, ends Sunday, 11 to 37 Port Wakefield Road, Jeps Cross, or visit jbcaravans.com.au.
At Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, we've launched out of the starting blocks and we're flying down the track with our huge demo clearance. All demos are going to race out the door. Like Demo T-Rocks from only $35,990 drive away. We're first for easy on-site finance options and top of the podium for convenient next-day servicing with complimentary loan vehicles. Get in first for Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's huge demo clearance. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city. Rego S22 3CYX.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Mostly clear tonight, down to 11. Late showers tomorrow and 20. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Sandfall's powerhouse clubs Glenelga Norwood clash at 2:10 this Saturday at Stratorama Stadium. Sandfall, nothing beats it.
Hundreds of non-compliant energy drinks have been removed from shelves in SA during a blitz by SA Health. Some of the 700 products seized had as much caffeine in one drink as 9 cans of Coca-Cola. Researcher and dietitian Dr. Evangeline Mancioris says caffeine intake needs to be carefully monitored when it comes to kids.
With those that are under 18, they have a limited ability to break down caffeine in the body and therefore heightening the risk of heart problems, also increasing the risk of anxiety, increasing insomnia.
As supermarkets are hoping temporary after-hours deliveries of essentials will help restock shelves following last week's outage. The CrowdStrike incident on Friday afternoon wreaked havoc with supply chains. The interruption impacting items like fresh produce, flour, pasta, rice and toilet paper. Major crash officers have arrested a man following a head-on collision at Mount Jagged, south of Adelaide. Kendall Brettig reports.
The 46-year-old man was driving a ute which allegedly crossed onto the wrong side of Victor Harbour Road last Thursday and collided head-on with a silver Subaru. The driver of the Subaru, a 26-year-old woman, was flown to hospital where she remains in a critical condition. Her 2 passengers, a 26-year-old woman and a 7-year-old boy, were taken to hospital with serious injuries but have since been released. The driver of the ute and his 3 passengers, including 2 boys, were also taken to hospital before being discharged. He's now facing 1 count of causing serious injury by dangerous driving and 5 of causing harm by dangerous driving. His licence has been disqualified and he'll face court in September.
Australian Olympians in Paris have been told not to wear their uniforms away from competition venues and the athletes' village as local police investigate an alleged gang rape. The Australian Embassy is seeking further information following reports the 25-year-old tourist required hospital treatment after being attacked by 5 men on Saturday. Australian chef de mission Anna Mears says no athletes have expressed concerns about security, but precautions are being taken.
There's not a lot of detail and information that has come through, and what information we're passing on to our athletes is that security presence is really, really high, and that's in order for them to be able to act as quickly as possible to keep them safe. We don't yet have any feedback from our athletes that they have felt unsafe.
Kamala Harris's push for the US presidency has picked up significant steam. Joe Biden's VP has now earned the support needed to become the Democrat Party's nominee. She says over the next few months she'll be travelling across the country talking to Americans, vowing to unite the party and the nation and defeat Donald Trump. She says working in the Biden administration has been a wonderful training ground.
I will tell you all, it has been one of the greatest honours of my life, truly, to serve as Vice President to our President, Joe Biden. Joe's legacy of accomplishment, just over a lifetime, but just over the last 3.5 years, is unmatched in modern history.
Now turning to 5AA's sport.
Experience luxury at the Firm Gentlemen's Club, where sophistication meets indulgence. The Firm, North Terrace.
Port trained today ahead of their trip to Melbourne later this week. They face Carlton at Marvel Stadium on Friday night. Willem Drew says round 20 means we've hit the pointy end of the home and away season.
It's super tight and super close, and every game is going to make a difference at the back end of the season. So yeah, look, obviously I think there's 5 or 6 games to go, but yeah, everyone's important for us and something that we're ready for.
Adelaide host Hawthorn on Sunday. Informed Crow Ben Keys telling Seven he never thought his career best footy would come up forward.
I like to think I've put the work in since and really tried to build my game out in that role and done the practice. So yeah, if you had told me, I probably would have said no.
Ray Chamberlain will be hanging up the whistle at the end of the season. Razor Ray has umpired 385 games, including 31 finals and 3 grand finals. And Andy Murray has confirmed he will retire from tennis after the 2024 Paris Olympics. The 37-year-old hopes to play singles and doubles at the Games. Now checking 5AA traffic.
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home, with meals from just $12. Gotta love the Excelsior Hotel.
G'day there at Camporeale. Boomgate's playing up Strathfield Terrace near Sharon Drive at Henley Beach, Burst Watermain, Grange Road near Pierce Street. Marion, urgent electricity works, Sturt Road near Marion Road, and we're slow going South Road of Epperton. Canberra 2, North East Road at Modbury. Glenelg BMW, Adelaide's independent, family-owned BMW dealership, situated at 141 Brighton Road, Glenelg South. Experience excellence at Glenelg BMW. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 11 tonight, late showers for your Wednesday and 20, Thursday showers easing 16, Friday a shower or 2, 17. Right now it's 16 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you, I'm Kate Collins. Tonight's headlines. $200 million will be spent removing the Morfordville tram crossing, work to coincide with 2 other major upgrades. Australia's Olympic boss says she's not setting a target for the medal count. And a new portrait's been released of Prince George, marking his 11th birthday. And don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
There is care in simplicity. Our experienced team understand that keeping things simple and easy is the best approach. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
Hey everyone, it's Adam Goods here, one of the National Tree Day ambassadors. National Tree Day is important for country because those incredible native trees bring back our beautiful wildlife to our communities. It's an opportunity for us to learn from each other, to plant new natives into our community and understand the importance of planting trees. Join Planet Ark and Toyota this National Tree Day, Sunday 28th of July. Find out more at treeday.planetark.org.
Thanks to Solar Heart, smart savings are in the air and on your roof. By replacing your old water heater with a Solar Heart heat pump, you can create hot water out of thin air. And with our smart solar power systems and trusted Solar Heart warranties, you'll turn sunshine into savings for years to come. Right now, you'll also save $500 on any Solar Heart heat pump or solar power system 5 kilowatts and above. That's right, $500 off heat pumps and solar power. Get smart. Get Solar Heart. Terms and conditions apply.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Tredders sitting in this week for Timmy while he's on holidays. It's 8 minutes after 6 on this Tuesday night. The 5AA Fishing Show is coming up in 22 minutes' time at 6:30 this evening. And guess what's coming up on Friday? It's KG's birthday. 85 years young, quite amazing. He's made it.
Legend.
And we have a huge event for you on Friday at 12:30 p.m. You'll hear live conversations with Cornsey, with the man himself, at the Kent Town Hotel. Tickets are sold out, but you can still experience it live on 5AA. We're on YouTube and Facebook with the live stream that afternoon as well. So don't forget to tune in. It's all happening at the Kent Town Hotel. Check out their award-winning bars, restaurants, our fresco streetscape. They've got a balcony and a 250-seat function room. It is quite unbelievable, as is this man.
Thanks to Pizza Pan. Immerse your taste buds and taste difference at Pizza Pan. Seaview Downs, Blackwood, Hackham and Colonel Light Gardens. Mwah, delish. This is Pizza and Footy with Ned McHenry.
Yeah, we like our PT session with Nettie. How are you, Nettie?
Good. Pizza Pan pizzas are in. Hey, Tredders. Good to see you.
How
we
good
saved
are
you
they?
some.
You're more handsome than Timmy there on my left.
It's not hard though, is it?
No, it isn't. Where's he?
Holidays.
Bald's not good. Bald is...
Tredders?
Bald. You reckon he's better looking than Tredders?
Oh, much better.
Timmy.
Than Timmy. He's definitely better looking than Timmy.
Okay, fair call.
Timmy's got that charisma though, doesn't he? He's the kind of guy that your mum or your grandma
he's like he's been hit with a
likes.
hammer on the head and everything's squeezed down, Timmy.
Yeah.
Do you know who'd be listening?
Yeah, I know.
Where do I
Justin,
sit in
cut
the
this
three
up,
of us?
Sorry?
I'm down the other end.
I'm at the top, then Timmy, and then you're like way down the hall.
Yeah, fair call. That's okay. Hey, your favourite umpire resigned, quit, left. He's had a gutful, Razor Ray.
Razor Ray, he's a good guy. He's a charismatic umpire.
He's a good bloke.
I feel like every single segment that we sit here and talk about starts with the umpires lately. Last 4 or 5 weeks.
This is a retirement, so celebrate the fact it's not a poor decision.
Are we celebrating, or are we going to talk about how messed up the game is at the moment?
No, he's retired.
We can go there if you'd like to.
Okay, we might evolve to that.
No, but just on that, back in our day, you say, that was a beep, beep, beep decision, why don't you beep, beep, beep? And he'd say, Rowey, why don't you get a beep, beep, beep kick? Do you converse with umpires? Because in our day they did, didn't you?
You were early on
They'll
in my
tell you to go
AFL
forth
career.
to multiply.
I still remember Darren Goldspink and Scott Cummins having a crack. Goldie, and Goldie turned around, Scotty, get a kick, you F.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Something. And I was like,
so this was all before the mic Tredders, obviously.
Yeah.
What? And then microphones come in, and then that was all over.
But we don't. That's what I'm getting at. We don't need
now
mics.
You can't move on a mark, mate. You can't move on a mark.
I want to see healthy respect between the player and the umpires, and I reckon guys like Razor Ray have been terrific for the game.
Yeah, he's very good at those player-umpire interactions. Can I say one time when umpires do get their little slice of revenge is in the pre-season, and they get to come down and practice their umpiring with our training when it's all going on, because there's no spectators, there's no TV coverage, and there's no microphones, and they give us some serious bakes.
How good's that?
They do. You miss a kick, don't worry, they're into you, because in the match sim, obviously, it gets pretty heated. So Tex and Rory Laird, 2 of the angriest 2 individuals at our training sessions. Don't worry. I think it's Craig and Lee that come down. They give them an absolute serving every match sim.
See, I reckon we need more of that. I reckon that would sharpen their focus a bit more.
Take the microphones off them.
That's exactly what we need to do. Let's talk about that great win. It was gritty, wasn't it?
Yeah, the boys were excellent, obviously. It was a good game to watch. Did you call the game?
Oh, no, I didn't. I blew a larynx, but I watched it. I loved it. Sam called it. Brilliant.
Well done, Sam.
Stuff.
You're big noter.
Thank you.
He's asking me to play a highlights reel for 5 minutes, if you like. But it was a gritty win, wasn't it? On the back of some lads that you've got put into the team, Bond and Dowling and Taylor and...
Yeah.
They haven't disappointed, have they?
You would have been excited about that. No doubt. It was great. We went through the review today and spoke around some of our processes. There was still some things that Nixie felt like we could improve on and keep getting better at, obviously, and that comes whether you win or lose. There's always going to be things that you can get better at. But for the guys to show that grit and towards the back end of the game, find an outcome like that, it was awesome. Right. And I think our supporters were really proud of the performance.
Josh Rochelli's goal was outstanding.
Fantastic.
How good was Keezy?
Oh, Keezy's amazing. He's an amazing individual. In terms of hard-working guys, trainers at the footy club, he sets a standard that it just isn't beaten by anyone. He's fastidious with his diet. He just wills himself into training. He's one of the fittest blokes at the club. He's truly amazing.
If they had a picture of protein, it'd be him, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He doesn't eat... He's not having a pizza pan pizza. Oh, he might have a pizza pan one, but he wouldn't have another pizza. There's no way Benny Keys is having a pizza. Or what else wouldn't he have? Bread, anything like that. Mate, he is as sharp as an arrow. Yep.
So he measures his food, drinks water, hydrates, does everything right.
All the things you don't do, mate.
Drinking water, what? Is that foreign to you, is it?
Water's weak. Water's weak.
I meant to say Camporeale or... I've been getting into my Negroni lately. God, that puts hairs on places it shouldn't.
Your ears.
Oh my God, where don't you have hair? What is that, Negroni?
Negronis.
Well, tell me what that is.
Doesn't matter, it's not a time for that.
Sort of like an Aperol.
Our little mate Muzzer, I was watching with James, and you know how James and Muzzer are very close, and he did his knee and he looked like he was almost tearing up on the bench. We thought the worst. It was an ACL, it's not. How good a news is that? And is he likely this week, or do you reckon... Give him 1 or 2.
Yeah, great news. The scan was obviously really positive.
How good.
Yeah, really, really awesome news for the footy club, because talking about, hard trainers when we speak of Keezy and obviously, celebrate that, Muzz is at that level too. The way he approached his rehab, the way he put on his size and got himself into an athletic position like he did, it was pretty amazing. So I think everyone was really fearing for him, with potentially a worser outcome around that scan, Rowey. But yeah, to get such a great result, fantastic. And I think, look, I'm not sure whether he's going to play this week, but I think he's going to be around the mark. I mean, it's not a serious injury at all.
See, and again, back in my day, if you cried on the bench and it turned out that it was a good result, it wasn't an ACL, you'd get a little bit of ribbing.
You get bullied.
Has he got a little bit of ribbing for the for doing a little bit of this on the bench, like the Crybaby sound effect, Sam. You don't even know where that is. God, we're working well today.
Yeah, just play Rowey after I get stuck in him for his fishing. No, he's copped a little bit, Rowey. He's copped just a little whack.
Good.
He hasn't been bullied, though. That doesn't really happen these days, mate. We're in 2024, so most workplaces now don't have too much bullying.
I'm a big fan of it.
Bullying. I'll try and straighten this
Can
up.
we get complete windscreens employees in? I want to know what you're like, honestly.
I do. Imagine that.
Ruthless, mate. Ask him.
Yeah, angry, ruthless. Nah, no pay rises. Get away.
You carry on, don't you?
How are you tracking? Because I'd imagine from the outside it's tough. You've sort of been in the team, then out, now back out of the team.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah, definitely. There are elements of frustration. I'm pretty realistic around certain, situations. I'm a pretty upbeat but realistic guy. I think I've got a reasonable lens on things. So, look, I love the footy club. I love everyone at the footy club, and I love watching games like on the weekend when they perform to that level and win. So, yeah, mate, it's definitely tough. I'd love to be playing AFL, but, there's a reality around all that, and I like to think I've got my head in a position which doesn't really, waver too much, depending whether I'm playing or not. So, yeah, I try and work hard and get my form into
a skill, I tell you.
Into a position to...
it's tough.
I would battle with it.
It's tough. And you're out of contract too, which is hard.
Yes, it is.
All right. You be right. Hang in there, mate. Now we'll talk about that off air. 16 minutes past 6. Tex, how'd he train? Is he back?
Tex trained really well this morning. We had a bit of a kick around and got around each other. Tex was good.
You reckon you'll play?
Well, I don't know. Again, not in selection. You continue to ask me these questions, which is awesome.
Just say yes.
Yeah, I think he'll be around the mark. He's going to be available after being rested, so that decision will be up to the coaches, won't it? Yeah. Won't it, Stephen? What do you think about that?
It will, but...
Come on, give me your 2 cents.
Well, I'd have answered it like this. Well, I've trained with him. He's looking magnificent, and I'd put him in the team because he's one of the first pick, because when he's in the forward line, we are so much better forward of the ball. And I don't care that you've got, Darcy Fogarty there and Riley Thilthorpe and whatnot. We need Tex.
Yeah.
But you haven't said that, have you?
Well, that's your opinion. Yeah, I absolutely haven't said that.
Okay, then we don't
play him. You're entitled to your opinion.
We don't play him. He misses because the forward line functioned beautifully without him, and that's the opposite view, isn't it?
Well done. Yeah, you pieced those two out really well once you brainstormed it, didn't you? Well done. No, yeah. So
don't you laugh?
Well, that's the way it's going to work, Stephen. He'll either play or not, and that's not up to me. But I saw him this morning move beautifully.
So Dawson's out. The skipper will not toss the coin.
Yep.
So you've got a Ben Keys, a B. Smith.
Oh, I haven't thought about this.
Rolly O'Brien's still in the team.
Yeah, there are 3 vice captains, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, who's going to toss the coin?
I'm not too sure.
Not that it's a massive thing, is it?
No, it's a nice little nod, though. I mean, I wonder who hasn't amongst those 3. Can you find that out quickly, Sammy?
They did a rotation last year, didn't they? Or
I wonder if there's one of them that hasn't tossed the coin. Potentially, it might be a good night to do it. Yeah. Stephen, pop the cherry. pop the coin, Scott the cherry.
Pop the champagne.
We're going to take a break right now.
Wow. Now, how's the Sample team rolling? They're playing a little bit better. You got smashed by Nord this week, didn't you?
No, that was last week. We played North Adelaide.
Beat North.
Played North Adelaide on the weekend.
North.
Yeah. So that was the positive. Yeah, 2 good wins for the footy club, and I think the girls are training really well too. Speaking to Dot Clark briefly today. So good.
And Dan Curtin, how close is he? Have I asked you that?
Oh, Dan Curtin's going really well. He got moved into the midfield after a couple of weeks playing in defence, and he's just really taking his game to another level. I thought he showed a lot as a defender. Obviously came in and played a little bit of AFL, but that move to the midfield, he's such a big body, he's really difficult to tackle, and he gets his hands up, and he's just that different kind of look in there. So, really exciting watching him playing in the midfield. I think our supporters will be pumped to see that.
Dawson out, Dan Curtin in, maybe a thing. There was a bloke with the name of Scoop-de-Doo over in Melbourne. He tends to...
Scoop.
Yeah, Scoop-de-Doo.
Sam McClure you're talking about, the journalist.
Tends to, pot the crows. Hasn't got a lot right over the years, to be honest with you, but he might get one right in this, and I love your opinion.
If he's going to leave Melbourne, which is an if at this stage, it will be to the Adelaide Crows. Now, this is a complicated one. Adelaide have made it very clear to the rest of the competition that their first pick is up for grabs.
Clayton Oliver. Yay or nay?
Yeah or nay, would I take him to the footy club if I was in that position as list management?
Yeah. Well, we hear all the things about him. Would you take on someone like Clayton Oliver? Let's just word it like that.
Well, I think there's a pretty extensive decision-making process there that's in place, isn't it? So you go through, what's he going to add to the football club on field? What does that look like around a mix of guys that obviously the footy club loves and he's looking to play moving forward, and does he complement them? And if you feel like he's going to make your footy club better, of course you do. That's like so many players in the AFL though. But this is the issue with journalism, in my opinion. And look, I love following the footy coverage. You're obviously a part of it, so are you, Tredders, in the media in a way. I mean, at what point do you just throw something out like that, right? And if you're a credible enough journalist, then all of a sudden it becomes a story. I mean, what's stopping someone credible like Scoopy-Doo, as you call him, or someone else, throwing out a completely different player's name and suggesting they're going somewhere else?
They do it every day.
And I get that, but don't sit and shoot the journalist, and I'm not saying you indirectly.
Yeah.
I've sat in both seats. I've sat in the player's seat and the journalist seat, and now, obviously, just calling footy. I can tell you where the contacts come from. Contacts come from agents. Contacts come from club insiders. Like, he's not going with something if it doesn't smell, and he's got it firmed up. Very rarely, if a journo goes and makes something up.
Well, Josh Carr yesterday smashed Tim Gossage about.
I've had stories, right,
Ken Hinkley
that I did when I was previously working at Nine, and I had spoken to a source who then smashed me on the news that night for the story I wrote.
Okay.
And they'd given me the story. So there are games that get played.
Well, I'm sure there is, but I mean, how many have to be right out of 10 stories for you to view a report like that and think it's credible? That's my question. I mean, what kind of track record needs to be hit for you to look at a story and go, right, okay, we're going to take this seriously? That's a serious question.
It's a reputation.
The reality is with that situation, there are lots of rumours around to say that he is available at the right price from Melbourne. And Adelaide was very well interested this time last year.
That's why when I did the story, I said even a blind squirrel trips over a nut every so often.
Yeah,
and that's what they do. They throw enough out, they get enough in.
Some people do, and there's no doubt some people probably make up a story and go, well, I'm going to be covered anyway. I'm just throwing it for traction. But 90% of the people have gone with something they've been told.
We're going to talk fishing after the break with Ned, thanks to TJM. Just a couple of texts as we go to that break. Is this the best decision Razor Ray's ever made in his whole career?
Ouch.
Ouch, that's a good one.
Who said that?
This is it.
No, good.
Well, here's another one. Row, you're the puffer fish of that panel. What are you laughing at, Ned?
That's funny.
You're poisonous and spiky.
Yeah, you're a big sunfish just floating on the surface like a blob. You're a big jellyfish looking thing.
God.
Oh, it's 22 after 6. Ned is here for Pizza Pan. The greatest moments need the best pizzas. Discover Pizza Pan at Seaview Downs, Blackwood, Hackham, Colonel Light Gardens. More of Ned next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane. Good leaders always look to support local. Like Leader Computers, Australia's largest Australian-owned PC manufacturer, based right here in South Australia. Having a world-class manufacturer of computers is a big win for our state, providing jobs and local support you simply can't get from overseas companies. For the latest Intel and Microsoft-based computers at great pricing with the huge benefit of local support, find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
Eliminate the middleman with JB Caravans. JB Caravans are a factory-direct caravan dealership, and they're having their grand opening sale this week from Thursday to Sunday. Check out full off-road hybrids from $79,990 and Aussie-made touring vans from $74,990, as well as incredible deals on off-road vans, Iveco motorhomes and cash and carry gear. Don't miss JB Caravan's grand opening sale. Starts Thursday, ends Sunday, 11 to 37 Port Wakefield Road, Jeps Cross, or visit jbcaravans.com.au.
Hi, it's Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop Real Estate. Big news, Adelaide's property market has broken new ground, with median house prices breaching the $900,000 mark for the first time. This surge reaffirms the ever-growing potential in our local property market. If selling is on your mind and maximising return is your aim, the team at Toop and Toop Real Estate is here to help. With a proven track record of obtaining exceptional sale prices, make the perfect choice with Toop and Toop. Learn more at toop.com.au.
Okay guys, time to check out today's KFC Daily Deal.
Deal is a chickenfluencer. And thanks to KFC's Christmas All July Daily Deals, he's never had so much to shout about.
Whoa! Today's deal is...
Head to the KFC app to unwrap Daily Deals. Pick up only on while stocks last. Max 1 redemption.
Your local IGA's now got all you need for your baby. And for a limited time, you'll find the Huggies Lion King range in store, celebrating 30 years of Disney's Lion King. Get your little one into these roaring designs while they last. IGA, where the little locals matter.
The Lordman and Pank sale is here. Enjoy 20% off a range of prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses and contact lenses today. Hurry, offer ends July 31. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Book an eye test today. Lordman and Pank. We care for eyes.
At SEW Euro Drive, we're a global leader, bringing decades of expertise in designing, developing and manufacturing cutting-edge drive technology to help keep industry constantly moving. We also believe your investment must be supported beyond the initial purchase. This is why our extensive service offering includes our 24-hour emergency breakdown hotline to help get you up and running in times of crisis. SEW Euro Drive, driving Australian industry since 1982.
Dreaming of a new kitchen? Dream Doors Kitchens Adelaide specialise in amazing kitchen facelifts, so you can get a new look kitchen without the new kitchen price tag. Call 1-800-DREAM-DOORS to book your free quote today or visit dreamdoorskitchens.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
25 after 6. It is a Tuesday night, which means in a few minutes' time, it's the 5AA Fishing Show with the great man Nanduk Henry, who is already here in studio.
Do you know who this is, this song?
No.
Angels, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Bit young for it, aren't you?
Complete opposite to you.
I think your next guest would know.
Okay.
Minister
Billy
Claire
Joel.
Scriven is coming in.
Yes.
Now, what will you be talking about?
Oh, all things wreck fishing. We're going to be talking about tourism in the wreck fishing sector. We're going to be talking about the things that the government needs to do if they actually get a wriggle on Tredders. I'm looking forward to it.
A licence, wreck fishing licence?
We're going to touch on that, about where that sits around.
Start snapper fishing.
Snapper fishing, commercial, yeah, all
Didn't the
kinds of
government
things, guys.
give some money to wreck fishing?
Well, that's happened recently. We're about to touch on that and just talk
good.
around how that looks, how that's going to be spent, and what more needs to be done, specifically around our fishing tourism. Okay. Commitment made by South Australian Tourism Commission to promote fishing and promote wreck fishing. Haven't quite seen what's been done since that strategy's been released. So we're going to quiz her on that.
Can the minister change the temperature of the water at the moment?
No.
Because it's not conducive to King George whiting fishing at the moment.
I think they've got a little a lever in her office where she can pull that.
How late's the season for whiting?
Everything's been late. Do you remember summer?
Late.
Yeah. You're excited about this big blow that's just happened, aren't you?
Oh, I do like a good blow. There's no question about that.
Oh, my goodness me.
No, but it brings in the... Nettie, what are you laughing?
That's what I'm saying, the blow.
I don't know.
It stirs up the bottom of the... And all the fish get all excited, but the temperature is the biggest problem at the moment. So what's biting? I know you're going to do your hot spots.
What's biting, Nettie?
Oh, Tredders has just passed over a photo. Do you know what those are, Tredders, or not? Familiar?
Snook, is it?
Oh,
is it?
No.
No, that's what my son told me they were.
Well, that's how big they look. They're big King George whiting. I'm not sure where he was. He must have been on the York Peninsula or something. No, they're beautiful King George whiting.
God, you've got a King George whiting that looks like a snook.
Now, look at that.
37.5. His record?
Oh, they're massive.
Sorry, I meant the next photo.
Show me
That's
the snook,
isn't it?
Ah, yeah, he's got some snook there. Oh,
This
well
is-
done.
gee, this
Tredders,
is
your
great
son
for radio.
can
My
actually,
son's on fire,
your son
mate.
can actually fish.
No, he's a gun.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a gun. Where'd he get them?
20 lined up.
Hold it up, the
$29.99 a kilo.
Foodland.
There we go.
So you got that locally off of
See that?
West
There's
Beach
snakes.
or...
All right.
No, he got it, where was he, Yorks?
Oh, yeah, well, everyone catches them over there.
Yeah, Yorks, and then he went somewhere else with his mates. I reckon that was out in the Gulf.
What does he do, Tredders? Have you bought him a boat or something, have you?
No,
Or
no,
what's
he's mates with... Remember Stephen Hall used to play at the Eagles?
I remember Hall.
Yeah, Crows rookie lister for a while. He's mates with his boys, twin boys.
Okay.
They go fishing on their electric bike and hide their bikes in the hills and then sand dunes and then go fishing and they're up to all sorts. He's the one that jumped off the jetty with you.
Oh, he did. He's a lovely kid.
You jumped off the jetty, did you?
Yeah, we did it for charity.
Did a backflip.
Middle of winter last
Made
year, 2
some
years
money
ago.
for Variety SA. That's how I roll, Nettie.
Oh, well done. Jumped in the sea and the sea jumped out.
he had his former Norwood
Being very
light crew uniform.
philanthropic.
Oh, my goodness me. Good.
Hey, just before we let you go, and I know you've got a special guest on, Minister Claire Scriven.
Big show.
The inland fishing, the freshwater fishing, what's that like now?
Yeah, well, I think it's been the best block of fishing for Murray cod since
heard
I've been
that.
in South Australia. So
I've heard that.
in this period, Tredders, the last month, 5 weeks, the amount of huge big Murray cod that are being caught and being sent in as reports to the show and being sent into our 7 News Catch of the Day has been extreme. So our freshwater fishing is going really well.
Well done, Nettie. Thanks, TJM. Thank you, mate. Well done. See you later. Hope your finger's better.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I hope it is. I wasn't sure what you were going to go.
Genuine then, did you?
No, I look at him and I think, what is he up to now? What is going on?
Love you.
Thanks to Pizza Pan. The greatest moments need the best pizzas. Discover Pizza Pan. They're at Seaview Downs, Blackwood, Hackham and Colonel Light Gardens. That's it for the sports show. We're back tomorrow at 4 and we have the fishing show coming up next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
This is really interesting, this story yesterday.